if you're cool with that, Dan.
Oh yeah.
We are live.
Cool.
So Dan,
Cool.
So we got Dan here. You went to art school with Cody.
Yeah, we did. We went to the Illustration Academy, and so yeah, we talk on the phone, making artwork and stuff. So.
And that's your little studio. What are you working on now?
Right now, I'm working on some color studies, paintings. So this is some of the work that I do here. So this is a study for a painting.
Wow, I love that.
Here, pull it up there, Dan. Pull it up again. There you go.
So let me see if anyone's joining on YouTube. When we went live, Cody was talking to Dan, and when Cody made his trip out here for the Andy Paley Memorial, on your way home, you stopped off to see Dan for a few days.
No, that was yeah, that's right. Yeah. For a minute there, in my mind, I was thinking of California. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah.
No, you were in California, but you stopped off and saw Dan. And tell me again where?
Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City.
Now, how did you end up there?
Kansas City. So that's where the school was that we went to. So Kansas City. And then I just been out here. It's a really cool place. It's a big enough city to have, there's international ties and stuff like that. It's small enough, it's kind of, you can find parking and stuff like that. So it's actually been
well, the parking.
Cody's father would love it. Hey, Laurie. Hey, Scarlett. I'm saying hi to Jeff.
Yeah, he would
why
love that.
don't you, Cody? You could explain Dan better. We got 8 people here. You're a fellow artist.
Yes. Dan.
Yep.
My cats are chasing each other.
Wait, what do we got in the chat?
Odd couple. I always get confused because the YouTube is out of sync with the this. Ed Gallagher said Odd Couple with Brendan should be the animation. Let me see. To guard your privacy. Let me see. The cats are chasing each other. Hey, Ed, sound guy. How's the sound? Can you hear me? The sound sounds good, right?
Yeah, I have my thing on. Would be proud.
Yes, and what camera do you have?
Right now, I'm using the camera I'm using would not be proud. I'm using the computer camera right now.
Oh my God! All right. Jeez, very disappointed.
This is not good. Let me go. You want me to get my camera? I can get it all plugged up. Just right over there.
Yeah. Why not? So,
I'm in a different location too, so this is.
All right, Wood would be very upset. Wood is very specific about where we should, what should be on the wall, the lighting. It doesn't make a difference. So I saw June Lockhart. Sorry.
Oh, nice.
Waiting for Wood to hop on and give direction. Yeah, I did the show Super Duper Bunny League. I hope people are watching it. It's on Nick. I hope it didn't get demoted to Nick Jr. because let me just see. It's on Nick Jr. now, as Gerard would say. So we're working on. Have you seen our Substack page, Dan?
Yeah, I've seen some of that. Yeah. I love what you guys are doing there.
Cody is illustrating stories I've had, and we put it up there. It's really fun because it's almost like a little book we're doing little by little of stories, graphic novels, and Justin Roiland, who co-created Rick and Morty and did both voices till he got in a little trouble. You know, he loves what
Oh,
Cody does.
really? The
What
guy
is
from Rick
that?
and Morty?
Taking a break. Yeah, so Cody's got a
Did you
lot of
hear that?
fans.
Man, this is so
Yeah.
crazy.
Justin, who
the-
created the Rick and Morty voices, you know, the last one we put up, he said this should be a book. And we're, well, you know, little by little,
No
it's a little book of stuff. Dan, your sound, Wood would be very upset and disappointed in your sound. It's not great. Well, so my mother would say, it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
great.
Is my sound not good? Yeah, sorry, I don't have all the mic set up. I can get out of here. But yeah, it's cool to meet you, Fred. I grew up
Great to
watching
meet
Dumb
you.
and Dumber, and
Oh, thank you.
it's so cool to.
We got
so,
some Dumb and Dumber news for the people, but well, hopefully we get Cody to make another trip, stop off at you, and come back here.
Yeah, that would be great.
Absolutely.
All right, it's great meeting you, Dan.
See you guys.
Hey,
You
thanks
too,
for
Fred.
joining, Dan.
So
See you.
Scarlett,
You got
I'm
it.
not disappointed.
Oh, I can. Do you want me to kick you off, Dan?
Yeah, he's
Alright.
too good looking. I got to get rid of him. It's just distracting. It's bothering me. I just because I see myself, and then so no, it's on Nick, but I hope it didn't get demoted to Nick Jr. Super Duper Bunny League. I have no idea how it's doing, if people are watching it, if they're liking it. So this is a fun story that hopefully we could get some work done on.
Yes.
With yeah, well, maybe Nick Jr. is good. I don't know. Maybe it's preschool. Nick is weird these days because it just seems to be a SpongeBob and one or two other shows the whole schedule. It's crazy. And maybe what's it called, the Loud House. So it's really hard. It's not what it used to be like everything is. So this is it's a quirky story about before iPhones, before selfies, people would ask for your autograph, and this is a crazy story. Someone's mic is crackling. Is my mic crackling?
Yes, just a little bit. I'm not sure what that is.
Where is Wood? Is it crackling still? I wonder what's wrong.
Yeah.
Let me get my iPhone in and send him a text.
Trying to see if it's not tracking my face.
There's the text.
Now it's tracking my face.
Not sure it is. How much? Can you hear me even with the crackling? I'm gonna check.
Yes.
Oh, here it is. How much am I getting for Watch Show? Oh, that's a joke. That's what my mother would ask. One of the things when I did Handy Manny, I remember I said I'm doing a Handy Manny show. She goes, "This is a new one or a rerun?" Like she thought when there are reruns, we go and do it again. You know, we redo them for reruns, which I think is funny. Let me, still crackling.
Yeah, just a little like maybe wood could help.
Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna text him. So this is a fun story. Well, my mic is cracked. He'll get on it. How's everybody doing? Oh, you know what I saw? Jeff Richards, his next thing. Oh, it's doing the dictation. Jeff Richards is going to do Jeff Ross on his new one.
Oh, really?
Your buffer size just needs to be bumped up 1. And what does that mean?
My
buffer size.
Sounds like
Buffer length. Pretty ignorant with these terminologies. What is always on the case? So Jeff Richards is going to do Jeff. I didn't know. I just saw a clip of Jeff Ross on Howard Stern. He had cancer. He seems okay. He had chemo for 6 months.
Really?
Let me look. What is on it?
All
But we
right.
have Ed, the sound guy. He's probably knows too. But so that's the camera of your. What is that thing you do where you hold up a fist and it comes closer? What is that thing?
Oh yeah, you do that and it'll follow your face. Tell your face.
Tell your face.
It'll follow your
Maybe-
face.
Oh, I saw the preview of the knob next to the thingamajab. All right.
The what?
Thingamajab is a term. Hey. So your parents, how they entertain themselves for, well, all right. Wood will come on, but I have some exciting news. Thanks to Cody's friend, the Pee-wee doc.
Pee-wee doc?
Yes, the Pee-wee Herman 2-part documentary is pretty amazing. Sad. It's done very well. He just archived. I still think Cody, even though you don't have, Wood is calling.
All right.
Let me see. Hey, Wood, we're on the stream.
Oh, hi, all the fans. Hey, I think you are a little bit loud. I just listened for a minute.
They say it's crackling.
Yeah, it's just overmodulated. So go to the right, and that volume knob. Let me see it. Yeah, turn that down a little more.
So turn it down to like
the one to the left.
this one.
Yes. Make it just a little bit past noon. Try that. Hello.
That's what it is.
Okay, and I'll say either to turn it up a little or down a little.
Is it crackling still? Guys, is it crackling? Where are you at? What?
Not as much.
Okay, not as much. So.
Oh, I don't think it's crackling at all. Now it sounds
All
a lot
right.
better.
So look. Oh, this is Wood. Where are you working at the Greek Theater?
Yeah, you showing the audience. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow.
What show you working at?
James Blunt, I think it's called.
James Blunt. I'm an old guy. I know the name.
You're beautiful.
Oh, you're beautiful and beautiful. That's how my mother said beautiful. It's beautiful. The scenery.
I
So,
want to see the scenery.
so this is the Greek Theater.
The Greek Theater.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh, I do that. Yes. Like, what's his name's making fun of me.
Right.
So you do the lighting at the Greek Theater.
And camera and video.
And camera and video. All right. Well,
There's my camera. I'm getting ready to sit in that.
let me see your camera.
There it is, Fred. Look at
Wow.
all the wires.
All right.
Does
Well,
it give you anxiety?
does it give me anxiety? If I had to put it together.
Yeah, I forgot.
So Cody's using the camera. All right. All right.
Oh, your new mic plate's in the mail too.
My new mic plate is in the mail. Thank you. Wood, take care. Wood sent me this, but there were no magnets. They fell off. And this is supposed to go on the mic thing. So you see the Cody thing. That's very nice of you to do that. So you love the Greek Theater. The crackling is still there. It's probably the buffer size is too low. It's still there, Cody. I trust Ed. He's the sound man, but
Yes, it's still there. Not sure what it is.
let me.
I know I'm not wearing any headphones. Maybe I'm.
It's still here. Ed thinks it's the buffer size too low. All right. Well, we got to give Ed the sound guy, either let him come in the room, or he could direct.
Right.
So this is me. You're beautiful. Like, is that the only song? You're beautiful. Sounds okay on YouTube. So Al, Cody doesn't read the comments on YouTube or on Substack, but Al complimented your picture of the "They're Waiting for You."
Oh,
he really
great.
liked it.
Awesome. Yeah. No, I think once in a while I try to peek at them if I can. That's great. Yeah.
And okay, this is what Wood said. You
Mhm.
can't change that. You're just using it as a mic. You got to be on Cody's. That's got to be on Cody's side. What? But it's just me crackling. The buffer is when you're into software and you're not doing that. If you're using GarageBand or Logic, then you could injure and decrease your buffer size. You cannot, as a static audio device. I know what he's talking about. No, I don't. Might as well just send me a text in Arabic or Chinese.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but
I could.
and here I kicked off Dan in Kansas City for bad sound.
Oh no.
It was just I couldn't do it. No. It's he's a one-hit wonder.
Right.
How do you go to a Greek theater when they just have one song?
Is it just one song?
That's what it seems like. Next time you have Wood over, just tell him to increase the buffer size. Just double it from whatever it is now. So if it's 32, set it to 64. If it's 128, set it to 256. But I wonder why we never had this crackling before.
I think I heard it a little bit before.
All right.
I'm not quite sure what it is. Could be if it's on my side, then I do not know.
Well, really, I don't want to get Wood mad. Ed is the sound man and Wood is the lighting man. So I guess those lighting guys, they don't know sound. So Cody, maybe it's not my best. Did you read the acting class story?
Not yet.
Okay.
I know I haven't done that yet. That's the recent one you sent, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I haven't got to that one.
It's
I'd be interested in seeing that. I'm gonna read it.
Well, yeah, because it could go two ways. You could either do it like a
I think yeah. Wait a minute. I think maybe I did.
You could either do it where it's just the way we usually do it, or like a cartoon strip.
Oh, right. You know what? I think I did briefly kind of look through it.
Yeah, the joke is sort of the flirting hat.
Yes, it's like a comic or one of these kinds of styles. You mentioned that, yeah.
But I'm going to tell the few people watching some exciting news that basically, because of Cody's friend, coincidentally, works for a few of these autograph conventions. The big one, I forget what it's called, Steel City Con. And so I'm going to do something with Mike Starr in Ohio where they're going to show at some film festival. And is it in Columbus, Cody?
It's in Maumee, where it's near Toledo.
Mommy, Mommy.
Maumee. No, it's M-A. I think it's M me. Yes, it's Maumee.
Mommy, Ohio.
Mommy. Yeah, Mommy, Ohio.
Mommy, Ohio, please. Um,
It's funny.
so it's very exciting because he booked me and Mike. They're gonna have a screening of Dumb and Dumber,
Mm-hmm.
and then I guess we'll have Q&A. And Mike Starr is a great storyteller. He's well, he was he was in a few Scorsese movies, Goodfellas. He was in a movie, not a hit, but Cody and AJ. I know Cody and his brother likes to see movies. And there was a movie called Mad Dog and Glory, where the joke, not the joke, the bit was, let me take a sip of water. De Niro plays a Nebuchadnezzar in Jewish means a nervous guy like me, a nervous, lonely guy. I think he's a cop, and Bill Murray is a mob guy. They trade the parts they usually play. And David Caruso, who was on NYPD Blue, this kind of helped him get it because he played the kind of guy he played on NYPD Blue. And Mike Starr was great in it too. So check out, if you haven't seen Mad Dog and Glory. So Mike actually, I wish I knew what I was doing, maybe doing something right. So is it still crackling wood? I heard now, Mike the Drunken Clown and Uncle Buck. That's correct. He was in Uncle Buck, and he was in one of my favorite movies, a small part. It sounds better. It's a little low, but it's fine. Okay, it could be sharper. Now, Cody, did you ever see what was that movie called? Ed Wood?
No, I haven't.
You have to, because I like movies about making movies. And this
Yes.
was a guy that made supposedly bad movies.
Right.
Try to get this better. Okay. And he had such a passion for movies. So Mike Starr was in that. Mike Starr was also in The Bodyguard, which I never saw, with Whitney Houston. But he's like a tough mob guy. And he was the guy who punched me in the phone booth in Dumb and Dumber. So he's a big guy, and he always plays kind of mob kind of guys a lot. So we are going to go to Maumee, Ohio, and they're going to show Dumb and Dumber. And I think it's September 26th. Don't hold me to it, but it's September, something like that. It's called the Maumee Film Festival, and it's going to open with a screening of Dumb and Dumber. And Mike and I, we're going to talk about being in Dumb and Dumber and tell stories, and we'll have autographs. And then me and Mike are going to be a judge in the film festival. And if you didn't see Dumb and Dumber, you could buy merch. So we'll be selling our Dumb and Dumber things, which I think will be fun because you could get both of us on the get off the phone thing. And yes, so I never saw Uncle Buck. Was that a good movie? So yes, please come, Scarlett. Cody will be there, I'm sure.
Yes.
The Cody family and some other people. Let me see if Christine will be there. And so I'm very excited. The insurance, that's right, he was in The Office, who we thought was a mobster. He's the first thing I saw Mike Starr in, when I lived in New York, a lot of us had a commercial agent. And I stopped by to give my pictures, and Mike was just hanging out. And let me put this in. He was just in a movie. It wasn't a hit. Cody, are you using your wireless mic?
I am.
I-
Well, let me check the settings. Take a look.
You're gonna have to one day.
Yes.
Wood's gonna have to help me fix out this thing. It's not set up so good.
Isn't it?
My stuff. All right.
Is my audio sounding pretty good? Or is it too much?
So Mike was in a movie called Violets Are Blue with Sissy Spacek and Kevin Kline. Not a big hit, but I had just seen him in it. Actually, how far is it from you, Scarlett? Maumee, Ohio. The first. It's so. Did you show Wood that if you hold your hands up, it makes it come close or something? Uncle Buck was a typical stupid. I was not a John Hughes fan. I called it suburban angst. I didn't get it. Who cares? They live in Highland Park, Illinois. They're all rich. I didn't get it. Yeah. I mean, again, Norm got mad because, come on, he loves. I'm not even nuts about planes, trains, and automobiles. I get. Well, I liked. Wasn't a John Hughes movie, but what was the Daryl Hammond? Not Daryl Hammond. Daryl Hannah movie, Mermaid. What was it called? The Ron Howard movie. That was, I think, is not his first movie. He
Oh, right.
directed.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, the Mermaid.
Splash. I like John Candy in that. He was great. But I again, was trains, planes, automobiles bad? No, but Norm kept looking. You don't like it. You don't like it. I had to pretend I really loved it. Oh, 2 hours away. That's pretty far, Scarlett. But hopefully you can do a road trip because I'm sure Cody will be there. You could meet Cody in person.
Yeah.
So Mike Starr's first movie was go over there. It was a movie with Al Pacino called Cruising, where Al Pacino was well, let's see what it has to say. It was a lot of gay people were getting murdered in this club. Cody's loud, and then you turn your microphone up halfway to where it was 1 o'clock. It was to 2. All right, we're going at 2 o'clock now. Okay. Now I just did that. Do I like the Midwest? I haven't been there too much. It was a gay movie. Karen Allen was in it, but Mike Starr was in that. He's been in other Scorsese movies. So if you people are in the Ohio area, I hope people show up for this, because hopefully we could do more stuff like the two guys from the scene in Dumb and Dumber. You see, I think I told you, my friend Bobby Carradine, he's in Revenge of the Nerds, and when he does stuff, he's fortunate that he does all the nerds. That's better. The problem is it's a little bit low quality, both of you in the video, because you're not paying for that software. Tell me what that software is. I'll pay for it. Give me the link.
Sure.
And I'll pay for the better software.
Cool.
What was I saying?
Yes.
Not even Stone. Oh, the Midwest.
Oh, yeah, the Midwest.
I can't remember the last time I was there, but Cody, what was the big difference for you, the Midwest and California, when you visited?
Well, I think the biggest difference would be two things. I suppose it would be the weather and the landscape, which would be
Trees.
Yes, palm trees, and the other thing is like the mountains. You're not going to see mountains here, unfortunately.
Right.
It's going to be kind of flat.
It's very flat there. So when you were driving,
Although it has its moments.
no, when you were driving home,
Yeah.
is it like, did you pass Vegas? Do you see nothing? And then all of a sudden, as you drive, you see the things getting bigger and bigger when you get closer to Vegas?
Yeah. You mean like the mountains or the places in Vegas?
Meaning Vegas popping up. You see it like kind of
Oh,
as you
yeah.
get closer, you see the casinos.
Yeah, a little bit. Although the thing is, like driving through there, which is interesting. I thought I was going to see more of like what people see when they drive through it.
Right.
We were like on a highway, so it was sort of like we did see like the pyramid thing that they had there, that circle sphere thing. But yeah, it did kind of do that thing where as you drove closer, it started to get bigger. But yeah, just a little bit like that. Yeah, we saw a little bit. It kind of just showed up, really, mainly because of the highway. We were above it. But yeah, that answers you.
But yeah, so I hope people show up for this thing with Mike Starr because I would love to do this more. And I hope people, even though we're not the stars of the movie, I hope they think it's cool. And, show Dumb and Dumber. And he's a great storyteller, Mike Starr. He's Scorsese, hung out with everyone, knows everyone.
That's amazing.
Yes. But Cody, I recommend Mad Dog and Glory, and I recommend Ed Wood.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll watch some of those before.
Yeah. And I think I'll try, even though I probably won't like it too much, just for Mike, I want to watch The Bodyguard, see what he played in it. He in Goodfellas. Did you see Goodfellas?
No, I haven't.
Did he do his office thing in New York? I don't know what you mean, Al. He's going to do an office thing. Oh, they probably have like office, meaning conventions. I don't know. I never really watched The Office. Norm loved the British one. Norm never liked atheists. Comedians that talked about being atheists. He hated Ricky Gervais. This is a good bum. I think with all the political correctness, you got to say street person, not bum. I don't know. I'm just making that up.
Right.
Played a serial killer or a murderer. That's a great movie, Laurie. That was Barton Fink. I love movies about old Hollywood. I mean, the 40s. And that was with John Turturro and John Turturro, what's his name? John Mahoney. And it's a great movie about what it was like. Street person, yes. Well, I got blasted from my friend when I referred to the in Seinfeld episode I wrote a monkey when it's a chimp.
Yeah.
A monkey, no. Yeah, monkey and chimp. Yeah. That's a pretty good idea, Jeff, a phone booth for you. And well, what I think maybe I want to do, first of all, I want to get Mike on this thing just to say hi to you guys. But maybe we'll do like a little thing for TikTok and here and to go, we'll be here. Maybe it'll start where you see me going, get off the phone. Then you see it's him. Don't punch me again. We'll be in Maumee, Orlando. Where's it? Maumee, Ohio, showing Dumb and Dumber. Please come to it. I got to see another thing Norm loved was if I like movies about Hollywood, I should see. I never saw the Hudsucker Proxy, but what was the one with what's his name? There was one a few years ago, which could mean 10, 15 years ago.
Mhm.
What was the Coen Brothers movie with the guy from No Country from Old Men? Uh, um,
Mm.
it was about show business.
Oh yeah, oh, I'm gonna look it up real quick. The just something to do. Scarlett Johansson's in it, right?
I didn't see that one. Speaking of the phone booth scene, they did something similar in there's a movie called Made with Jon Favreau and Vince Vaughn, where Hail Caesar, correct. Ray Flores. Hail Caesar, Norm said was great. And he goes, yeah, he's very square jawed. My impression of Norm is sort of like my mother. Hey, Freddie, where you going? Freddie, you'll come home in a box. You'll get murdered. Yeah, it's Norm. Norm's more like a wise guy. Barton Fink, but Hail Caesar was the movie that he always said you got to watch. What's the guy's name? Oh, Josh Brolin. Yeah, Josh Brolin. He's like a movie star with a square jaw. Yeah, I see it. It's good. I forgot. Al always asks what movies I saw at Norm. The last movie I saw at Norm and Laurie was not bad, and it was with John Goodman, and I didn't know it was part of a trilogy that I saw out of order. A horror movie with John Goodman. Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
Really?
Yeah. I didn't know it was part of a trilogy. I can't think of the name, but it had. If you told me the name, I would know it. John Goodman. I know he had to get skinny for his health, but well, Scarlett, if you can't make it, it's at midnight. They're showing a Dumb and Dumber screens at midnight. We got to get Mike on this to ask him a few questions. Can you text Mike, Cody? I'll text him.
Sure, yeah.
Text him.
Did you want to text him or me text him?
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get something real quick.
Mike.
Right
exactly, the Cloverfield Lane movie. Exactly. I didn't know that was a three, but I still enjoyed it. And Scarlett, if you can't make it, we're going to be there all weekend with our booth, signing and selling things and judging, so you can see us at a more reasonable time. But John Goodman, it can't be just at midnight. Maybe it's the Dumb and Dumber screening. That we're going to get Mike on, who books the thing. But I really liked. You know what I loved John Goodman in? That movie with, was it Denzel Washington, the airplane one? I'm an old guy where I can't think of names or titles, where I just give hints. What was it called? The plane, Denzel Washington flipped it upside down and landed. Yes, he was the Coke supplier, I believe. In yeah. I mean, I was watching Revenge of the Nerds because Bobby Carradine has people watch it. And I forgot John Goodman was in it. And he just played it straight. He wasn't trying to be, and he was still great. Yeah. He must have a Walk of Fame thing. Hey, Mike, I got a few questions for you. This is Mike, who got me in a flight. He was a drug dealer, yes. So, Mike, we have a few questions. Scarlett thinks it's at midnight, the Dumb and Dumber thing. And if she can't make it, I said that people can always go. Oh, I didn't see that, Slappy Bonados, but I was saying that we'll be there all weekend if midnight is too late. So also Mike Starr was like nervous, saying, "Is this? Are we going to go?" He used a term I never heard for a small plane. And I said, we're going to get picked up at the airport. I'm pretty sure they're going to treat us nice because we're the only celebrities. Yeah, I don't know how Scarlett looked at the website. I don't know how she thinks it's midnight or it's all the festival's just at midnight. But Mike is going to do it, Mike Starr. And Norm said Josh Brolin's character was so manly in Hail Caesar made Greg. You remember that, Jeff? Yes, he was really into the manliness. Well, you could argue George Clooney. Is he the manliest? No, he kind of. You don't see him fighting and stuff. But yeah, but I'm very excited. So yeah, you're gonna pick us up at the airport. You said, what is this great hot dog place you're gonna take us to in Ohio? Do you know what it is, Cody?
Oh yeah, it might be called Tony. Wait, is he good? Trying to think. Is it something? I can't remember now. I don't think I've been there yet, which is funny.
Right. So we're not. Mike thought we'd get off plane, like they'd be disoriented, have to get on a train. No, they're gonna pick us up at the airport, right? But we'll talk about it. No, they're gonna slice of pizza.
Tony Paco's.
Now, what is Tony Paco's?
It was mentioned in MASH because that one guy. Remember that one guy from? He was supposed to be from Toledo, Ohio. Which I think that it was always mentioned. It's like a place where they have a bunch of. It's like hot dogs and sausage or whatever it is. Or I think everybody like signed their names on the like Seinfeld and stuff like that. Have been there.
Okay. Well, I'm sure Mike is going to treat us nice, and I'm very excited. And so you get a buzz when someone tries to chime in. Don't listen to Dave Portnoy about pizza. I looked up Mommy Film Festival and looked at a local event site. I don't say it's probably wrong. I'll look another time for better details. Okay. Maumee, Ohio. Have you ever been there, Cody?
Yes. Yep. I saw actually a Three Stooges thing there once with the theater that they played some of those. It was a wild act, but yeah, we've been there. It's interesting, nice little place. I drive through that to get to the Toledo Zoo. Actually, I can show you the theater. You may have seen it.
Seinfeld. Oh, Seinfeld signed a hot dog bun.
Yeah.
Wow. Is this like the Pinks of the Midwest? Jeff wants to know. Supposedly,
Pinks
is an amazing hot dog thing, but I never got why it's so great.
Really?
It's on La Brea. Actually, Cody.
Yeah.
So when Cody visited, we only had one chance to show him Hollywood, So
Mhm.
we went, no one's going to know this except for maybe Jeff Crone. We went down the 2 South and then hour from Detroit. Okay. Um, well, I hope MLC has people in Ohio because it'll be embarrassing, Mike, if no one, if only Scarlett and Cody's family is at the Dumb and Dumber screening, but we'll try hard to fill it up. So we drove down. I had Cody's dad who rented a SUV. We drove down. I showed them Hollywood Boulevard, so they saw that, and you got to pass by the Hollywood Grauman Theater. Did you know about the history of that, Cody? Where the feet, they put their feet in the thing. Did you know about that, Cody?
Oh
That
yeah,
tradition.
I've heard of it, but I never really see much of it because I just haven't, you
But you
know.
know about the tradition when you get your Hollywood Walk of Fame thing.
Um, yeah, what is the tradition? Like I saw
Well,
the
when
things.
actually, I used to know Paul Mazursky, who was a
Mm.
big filmmaker in the 70s. So
Mhm.
he got, if you get renowned in Hollywood, and
Right.
actually a lot of them, when they're promoting, let's say, a TV show,
Right.
giving an example, Jeff Bridges, or that, when you get known, the honor is having your, like Pee Wee Herman, you'll see if you watch a documentary, he had
Mm.
his thing put in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, like his, you put your foot in the cement and then you sign the cement, and you're part of Hollywood history.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, yeah, Pee Wee Herman had it done. So
Mhm.
we passed that, and we passed the Scientology Center where I was imitating your brother screaming out, "Tom Cruise, come out, Tom Cruise!" He was doing that, and so I thought it'd be fun for you guys to see. And Cody seemed excited when you saw the real Hollywood sign from afar, huh?
Yeah, yeah, no, that was cool.
So we drove down
Mhm.
Hollywood Boulevard, then we went down on La Brea, and La Brea is where Pink's Hot Dogs is. But then we did,
Mhm.
then we got Thai food on Fairfax, but we didn't really have time to really to show you around because you were meeting your friend in Orange County, who,
Mhm.
who like me, you only knew from. By the way, all right, here's a coincidence. Cody's friend, who he took classes with online for 10 years and never, he was his Cody's he was Cody's mentor, never met him in person. So
Right.
so I just put up on Substack it's called Notes. When I was in Mad Magazine, I had something put in Mad Magazine, incidentally, coincidentally illustrated by your mentor. What's his name? Marvin?
Marshall Vandriff.
It was like a Mad Magazine where I went showed it to Cody. And wait a minute, Marshall, I know him. He kind of, I wouldn't say illustrated it. He did something.
Mhm.
So now, what is this picture, Cody? I forgot
This.
the context.
Oh yeah, let me
Oh yes, yes. When the
let me move this
this
over
is
here.
so this is the woman who. Oh, so oh yes, this is so this is my fear where I'm always when I used to give out autographs here and there. I used to get scared. They'll bring it home and show their husband. They go, throw this crap out. Who the hell is this? So this is the guy livid. Like, how dare you bring that crap in this house? Who's that?
Mhm.
So I like how his arms are like a plane. That's Scarlett. Good timing. Scarlett said, uh, what's that? What's Cody drawing right now? So this story is about before selfies, people in the old days would ask for your autograph. And when it first started happening here and there, again, I don't know, it's about all my stories are about not having the most confidence. Like, really? You want mine? I used to get scared. They'd go home and show it, and they go, who the hell's this? Throw that crap. What? or they would throw it out after a while if I didn't really make it. So this is kind of a story about how when I was in, if Al's still there, does Al know Gainesville, Florida? That's where I was flown to do a TV show no one heard of with Gregory Harrison, Rue McClanahan, and I don't know who else was in it. And I went to a TGIF Fridays, which Cody looked up, and they're all folded. Is that true, Cody, from what you looked up?
Well, the one that's used to be here is definitely not in business. But yeah, I don't know what happened to him. I remember it was a big thing.
So on my days off, I'd rent a car. I didn't know what to do. So I went to a TGIF's. People liked autographs, I guess. Yeah, I mean, well, people loved a baseball card autographed, or Michael Jordan stuff if you have, a playoff ticket. So Al, I think it was Gainesville, the oldest city in Florida. I think it was that where I went to, or St. Augustine. St. Augustine, I drove there to see the oldest city, and I took a tour, and there was a school for the blind where Ray Charles went. I was in Gainesville, but I was told you got to see St. Augustine, which was pretty cool.
Nice.
So what happened was Picnic. Was the movie Picnic done there? So this is a little story about when I went into the TGI. Is it TGI Fridays or TGIFs? And the waitress there went crazy when I walked in. Like, my God, I guess. Well, this was 1998, and Dumb and Dumber was out only 4 or 5 years. I went crazy. My God, like Sinatra came in and asked for my autograph, and then it gets pretty pathetic, like all my stories. Wait, your book is from the library? So you didn't buy it, you just took it out from the library. This is kind of pathetic. I don't know if this could be a story, Cody, where I would do these signings, these events, and then I ran out of books, and I'd have to buy them on Amazon, and I'd buy one that was signed by me. Like, no one wanted these. Like they would sell them back, or just, I don't know. But sometimes
Yeah,
I'll buy a used copy of my book.
right.
I ran out. I gave them out so much, and I'd get one with the library. What's it called on it? Vinyl lamination stuff on it.
Yeah, like it's like a library, like an old library book.
I don't know. Speaking of libraries, I don't know if this is just an LA thing, but I got a library card. So I can. Someone said there's a thing. I don't know if it's just a LA thing. A streaming site called Canopy. All right. If you are there, Scarlett, if you make it to the event, I will give you one of my books. If you make the trip, and I'll sign it for you. One of my extra books I'll bring. Nice. You can have it for free because you've been very loyal to the show, the stream, whatever this is, and I will. I'll get you one. So this is this guy's so mad. I like how he's so mad. How dare you bring a piece of paper? I'm trying to think. The first autograph I got, maybe Jeff Crone. He's a few years younger than me, I'm guessing. But I went to like a Knicks game, New York Knicks, and this is kind of funny that Marv Albert was a famous Knicks broadcaster and NBA guy, just retired. and I handed him a piece of paper for his autograph. And this guy, I forgot his name, signed it. And I wanted Marv Albert. He was the side guy to Marv Albert. But yeah, you would if you were at like a baseball game, Al. I guess if you have a baseball program you want it signed. I yeah, people like books signed by authors and stuff like that. So it's yeah. Now when Norm never sold merch after shows. So when I opened for him, I would sell my book. So go back to the autograph one. So this guy's gonna say, "Get off my corner. I'm working it," or something like that. Which, by the way, we had a winner. I sent the script out to Seinfeld script for fill in the caption. This could be or any one of these could be a yeah, I'll sign anything, Scarlett. This could be a fill in the caption, the Fred's autograph.
Yeah. You could even fill in the Fred part right here even too.
Yes.
You could leave that blank and say, what is he doing?
I can remember the Chicago Cubs pitcher Ken Holtzman was walking into the stadium. He was a Jew. Was Sandy Koufax the first Jewish baseball player? There was a guy, Ron Shamsky, but there was a comedian called Mark Weiner who couldn't work on Fridays. He had a show on Nickelodeon called Wienerville. They're going to start advertising you guys for the event as soon as I get some details to give them of your preference for flights, hotels, and food. I'll do my best. I'll go on TikTok. We'll put up a video, me and Al, where we'll do like a funny thing. I think people would love to get off the phone guy's autographs. I hope. But I would assume, Mike, that since it's part of a festival, they'll go. Hank Greenberg in the 1940s. Who was the baseball player? And I think it was Hank Greenberg who had a mental, he had bipolar, and he ran around the. I'm going to text someone. They made a movie about him. Maybe a Turner Classic movie. I remember when I was in high school, this guy did a book report about Somebody Up There Likes Me, Rocky Graziano. Is that his name? But he really watched a Turner Classic movie. I mean, there was no Turner Classic then. Somebody Up There Likes Me. He watched a movie. He didn't really read the book. Oh, Hank Aaron. Jimmy Purcell, played by Anthony Perkins. I got to see that. Anthony Perkins, you know him from Psycho. And Quentin Tarantino talked about this. Psycho 2 is pretty good for a thing done 20 years after. He was in a movie where he played a psycho again called Pretty Poison. Oh, so Canopy is nationwide.
Yeah, I think I tried to get on that.
They have like artsy stuff, like
I wasn't able to.
Like documentary stuff, James Baldwin stuff, art house movies, everything. I started watching, speaking of Tony Perkins, his son Oz Perkins does a lot of stuff. And I think it's called Longlegs. So that's on Canopy. Then weird movie with Kathleen Turner. Tony Perkins did a movie with Kathleen Turner. Crimes of Passion. Mike, before you came on, I was talking about some Mike Starr movies. The Bodyguard, Ed Wood, and Mad Dog and Glory. So yeah, we'll promote not just our Dumb and Dumber, but all the stuff. Oh, Crimes of Passion. I never saw that. So this is me arriving at the TGIF with my rental car in Gainesville and St. Augustine. Anyone ever been there? That's where I well, Goodfellas, yeah. He was in there's a movie I mentioned no one heard of called Violets Are Blue with Kevin Kline and Sissy Spacek. Sissy Spacek was in a movie based on a play called Night Mother. Very oh, that's so sweet, Scarlett. I hope. Yeah. Yeah, Mike Starr, he Mad Dog and Glory. I think Mike Karen saw that with David Caruso. It's really actually I like Mike Starr and David Caruso better than yeah, Night Mother, it's based on a play. It's just two people. I saw first thing I saw Sissy Spacek in was Carrie in a movie theater. She was in that weird movie with Tom Cruise's cousin who looks just like him. Oh man, no one's and the guy who played her husband, this was 20 years ago, was he died. He was in the Full Monty. Again, this is senior citizen talking because I can't remember names of movies. I think they accidentally killed his son, their son, In the Room. Oh, I think I thought of a title. In the Room. Maybe it's not the title. Let me see. Great movie. You saw In the Room, or he's talking about, I think Mike's talking about In the Bedroom. In the Bedroom, you saw that, Mike. Yeah. I think the late 90s, they had more of those independent Miramax movies. So it's like trivia. It's yes. Now, does anyone know anything? We're new at Substack about doing a podcast on Substack. What tools you get? Can we do what we're doing here? Maybe get more Substack subscribers from it. Does anyone know about any of that Substack? But In the Bedroom, his name was. Okay, let me think if I could think of the guy. In the Bedroom played Sissy Spacek's husband. He just died, and he was great in Michael Clayton. I thought of the title. He had bipolar. He was bipolar. His character in Tom Wilkinson. He should have gotten an Oscar for In the Bedroom or for in Michael Clayton. I love what Cody does. I'm really serious when I say telling these stories on Substack, where little by little we're making a little graphic novel, a little novel kind of thing. It brings me such joy because my father was a cartoonist, his brother was, my cousin, and I love this stuff. I grew up seeing my father do it, and these, and it's just a way to tell these little stories that won't work in stand up. That I'm not a filmmaker, but we could tell these little things, and hopefully, little by little, people find it. A few people reached out on Substack saying, "I just found this. I'm going to binge them." There's only 4 so far, but that's what we hope. Little by little, when we get a lot of them, people will discover and binge them, and it becomes what it's supposed to become. So let's see if we could get any of our guests. Stephanie Kennedy isn't available. She's going to come back again. She was so Jeff Richards. I saw his next one coming out is him with the deep fake face doing Jeff Ross. It's so funny.
Oh, right.
He talks like this. Well, you know. Cody. So, Mike, when you met Cody, you guys met at church. Is that correct?
Yes.
So you just got friendly. So you said one day, Cody messaged me. My friend, someone at church said he was mentioning you from Caroline in the City. I go, how does someone remember me from Caroline in the City? Because that show isn't in syndication. It's long over.
Right.
And then how did like you bring up my name? How did it come up? And then you mentioned, oh, he works with conventions. And I said, oh, and we had a what's it called? A Zoom chat. And he said he's going to start pitching. So how did Mike find out you do this stuff? And then how did my name come up?
Well, I think he was talking about, Mike was mentioning the kind of like the pop culture stuff.
So wait, so he mentioned Caroline in the City before he knew?
No. The way it kind of worked out was the how we met kind of thing was like, from what I remember, it's been a while. I think it was like, I just met him. I think I was talking to somebody, and then I met him, and then I was Mike, and then I noticed it was like he mentioned he liked movies and pop cultures and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, and then ended up that I said, oh, but I'm working with this guy, like a comedian, Fred Stoller, and he's like, oh wait, Fred Stoller, you mean? And I showed him the comics that we were doing. He's like, this guy looks familiar, and he's like, I think I just saw him in like Caroline in the City, like he was watching it.
It must have, I don't know where they're showing it these days. Probably something like, what are those things they have? Those Me Too TV or the
right, Me TV
or something like Me Too.
Like Comet on internet has like a lot of stuff now, or Amazon, or oh, we got somebody in the room.
Okay.
Should we invite him in?
Yeah, let's have someone break up our thing.
Sure. Let's see.
And I'm going to answer Al's question in a second. It's a good question.
Oh yeah, maybe you want to answer that first.
Well, Dad, don't have them wait. People get impatient. They'll hang up.
Oh, okay. says Joe. We got Joe on the line.
Hope maybe it's someone. Oh my God!
Get the president here.
Joe Biden. Wow, you know who you look like? You look like Steve Heit.
Who do I look like? Hey,
You look like Steve Heitner, who played Banya in the Soup episode I wrote.
he's a good guy. He's got a good head on his shoulders, that guy. Wonderful
Hadges.
thing. Wonderful thing.
Yeah, I you know who Steve Heitner is? Do you know who he is, Cody?
Yes, is that the guy who was like, "Hey Jerry, how's it going,
Yes,
Jerry?"
he wanted soup
Yeah,
for a
okay.
meal. Yes. Now, can I ask you a question, Joe? Now, as Gerard would say, I understand you're not president anymore. Why are you in the White House? It looks like you're in the White House. I don't think Trump would let you in. That just seems weird.
I get left here. Listen. I was walking around. And all of a sudden, I'm in the White House. I don't know where. It's just.
You got confused.
Okay.
But I
Hey,
would think Trump would kick him out. That's gold, Jerry. Yes. Actually, I signed my. Wait. Let me get it.
Oh, yeah, right, Fred.
Yes. This is the Seinfeld episode I wrote, The Soup,
Oh,
where
right.
the soup count as a meal, and you look like Steve Heitner, who played Kenny Banya. But I see you're the ex. Well, they still call you Mr. President, don't they?
So how they do it? Yeah.
Hey, you know what? They can call me whatever they want. You know, you call me Sleepy Joe. I don't care. Doesn't matter.
Okay, so let me ask. Pikesville Al asked a really good question. I'm on Substack, and why is some post in notes? And see, the way I like it aesthetically, I love what Cody does. And
Oh, thanks.
so, okay, how do I get it where it's just me? Okay, so basically, when we do a new story, which he's working on the next one, I'd like when people just find it and you see this story on a page. If the notes is sort of like Twitter or Facebook, where you just do a post like, "Hey, my friend, Trump is terrible. Biden falls too much." You know, people could just rant, or, "Hey, I'll be at the thing with Mike Start, the festival," where it's just kind of there for people to see. If they subscribe to your Substack, they'll get an email, Fred, as a new thing. But aesthetically, I like where if someone discovers me and Cody's stuff, oh, here's the first one. Here's the Norm Kidnap Me. Here's the one, the Rusty one, and this is the autographed one. So that, and Frank asked, "Is this a filter?" No, this is the real President Joe Biden, who's not feeling well, and
Oh no.
and you know what I noticed about?
Hey, listen.
Sorry.
Listen. I'm an old guy. I've been around the block. I've been around the thing. You know the thing.
Yes. And he's right now in the White House, which I don't understand why they're not kicking him out, because from what I understand, Trump does not like you. But I guess he's being nice. You know, whatever you say about Trump, he's being nice to you in the moment.
Hey, listen. You know, I'm a sneaky guy. I come in here and I sleep I'll sleep in the corner. I'll sleep on the couch. I sleep, anywhere. You know, I get out and about, and they just let me in. It's like I'm not a threat, I suppose, but at the same time, it's like they see me as an old fella. An old
Now, Frank seems suspicious. First, he said, "Is that a filter? Is there a corn pop filter?" I never heard of what is a corn pop filter. But someone seems a little suspicious that maybe this isn't Biden.
Really? Do we have is this not real?
Hey, listen. Hey, Corn Pop was a bad dude.
I don't know. Now, Frank wants to know Joe's thoughts on Israel and Palestine. this is maybe, maybe you should stay away from this now that you're out of the public. But I don't know. It is a tough decision. Yeah, he wants to stay away. So, wow, this is we're pulling
Hey,
up. What's that?
The thing is, wait, the solution in my number one, the Israel Palestine. Here's the deal. You just gotta have more chocolate chip ice cream.
Well, I think he answered our question.
That's it. That's all you gotta do.
Sounds good to me. I had some.
If I were reelected, I would give everyone chocolate chip ice cream. That's the solution. That's what we got to do. We got to come
Now,
together.
Joe, are you
We
going
got
to
to
come
come
to?
together and ice cream. Ice cream is the thing. We come together on ice cream.
Are you
Yeah,
going
we
to
come
come to
together.
Mommy, Colorado? No, Mommy, Ohio, and see the
Oh,
Dumb
yeah.
and Dumber screening with me and Mike Starr? Will you come to it, please?
Yes, please.
Hey, listen. If you got ice cream, I'll be there. Listen.
Okay.
We should get some ice cream, Fred.
Who's mommy? Whose mommy is we going to? Who's the mommy?
No one's Mommy. It's what the town is called. How big is this town of Mommy? Could you tell me anything about it, Cody? I don't think Joe knows much about it.
It's like a smaller town, I think. I haven't really been there that much, other than the theater there. I'm looking it up right now.
Oh, Joe asked a question. Not Joe. Al. I got a funny story about when I used to do stand-up comedy. You'd get jobs either Washington D.C. or Baltimore, and Baltimore is about 45 minutes away on the train from Washington. And I was taking the train, and I kind of got confused, and we were taking off.
Mhm.
And they shutting the doors. They go, next stop, Washington. I was supposed to get off of Baltimore. And I said to the conductor, not the conductor, the whatever, I don't know what the word is. And he was a black guy, which probably isn't important in the story, but it's how we tell stories sometimes for no real reason. And I said, wait, that was Baltimore? I didn't know. And he goes, you don't know? I go, oh no, I can't. I got to go all the way to Washington, come back. He goes, is there something wrong with you? I go, yeah, a little bit. So he stopped the train and let me out. I pretended. I didn't deny there was something wrong with me, and it helped him stop the train. So Al, in the old days, I would take the Amtrak to Baltimore and Washington. So
That's sort of an interesting story.
that could almost be one of our little.
That could be a story.
Where he goes, there's something wrong with you, and I go, what's the right answer? A little bit. He goes, all right. He stopped the train, and he believed me. Which I have other story. There's another story. Let me try out on Cody, and maybe Joe too. I don't know if Joe gets these stories, but a story you haven't read yet, or maybe you read it, is that I know conductor black guy. He used to take naps. When people would see me walking, and they go, "What's wrong?" I always see you walking. Is there something wrong? Because in LA, if you walk, they think you're a mental patient. So one time I saw this therapist, and I couldn't afford him, but I could only afford one session. And he goes, you read this book. This will help you. This book, it's the best book to all the quizzes. I went, all right. I bought the book. There was a place by me called the Villa Stanley, where it was if you have mental problems, you stay there. It's a halfway house. So I passed the porch, and I see one of the guys on the porch reading the same book I was. How we're all in the same boat. And so one time, this is before the internet, at the library, they had a thing like, you shut in, volunteer, bring books to shut-ins. So I said, I'd like to be part of this. The woman goes, are you volunteering or are you a shut-in? Like she thought like I'm a shut-in that got all my confidence and courage to come down and go, can you, can someone bring me books? So
Right.
I
I think
I
that's a
mean,
good one.
yeah, so maybe we'll do that one
It's
where
like a New Yorker. If that's
yeah, where she said
sort
so
of
then
like.
again, maybe we don't need to do all these. I'm trying out bits on you people too. So there was the Villa Stanley where I'd see a lot of similarities between me and these people that lived in this called mentally ill halfway house. So one time there was a song, I don't think Joe would remember it, a Cody, but
Mhm.
called Too Much Time on My Hands. I got too much time on my hands. The band was called Styx. And there was a guy from the Villa Stanley walking around screaming, too much time on my hands. I got two. And I go, he struggles with the same thing I do. So
Mhm.
everyone, too much time. But yeah, this story. So
Right.
maybe we'll do either the conductor as a story or the bringing the bucks to shut-ins.
Yes.
Like he thought I mustered it up. We're losing you, Joe, because he's had a different life. He's looking around. He's very confused. And
I thought I heard, you know, I thought I heard Trump. I thought I heard Trump walking in, but he's not here right now. It's
all right,
okay. It's
maybe
okay.
you need a nap, Joe. So come back a little later. Why don't you we'll deal with Trump a little later.
All right, yeah, I'll be here all night. I'm not going
All right.
anywhere. I got nothing to
Okay.
do, nowhere to
Uh,
stay.
all right, sign him off, Cody.
Hey, see you, Joe.
All right, that was a good one. Thank you, Joe. All right. All right, he was causing trouble. He was getting too political.
Ooh.
I think we lost a lot of people.
Do we have 13 or is it?
We were up, we lost a few with Joe. So we had like 15 for a while. Now we're down to 8. Um, but again, what I always say about what we do here is we don't
Yes.
have a lot, but the people who are loyal are very loyal and really enjoy it. So that's what we're going for in Substack, where we need a few more Als and Scarlets and Coutes and Jeff Crones to just
Right.
just to have a little bit more people who really appreciate it. Because I again, they say if you're a writer or a screenwriter or a regular writer, write what you would like to read or watch. Don't do what you think they're looking for. And if I wasn't me, if I saw a book in a store with this weird misfit lonely guy Fred telling little stories illustrated, I would
Yeah.
buy it in a second. So
Right.
we're creating what I would like to see in a store or to read. And Ed, yes, we the people that like us really like us, and it's not a lot, but we're going to grow on Substack. And
Nice.
Floris and Lori, sorry I didn't mention you. You know,
Yes.
yeah, we don't have what MLC has, but wow. So Floris, does a Kevin have a lot of people?
Kevin who?
Kevin Brennan, he is the MLC guy,
Oh, okay.
and
Yes.
yeah, the Rusty one was very funny. Thank you for sharing it on Facebook. It's weird when I put the Substack stuff on Facebook. I
Mhm.
love them all. People love them, but
Nice.
maybe I think Facebook makes it hard because they know you're promoting something. And this is stuff Mike, who said Maumee is a part of Toledo, which is the 4th largest city in Ohio, with almost 500,000 population. So let's hope some of the 500,000 come to the thing. But so I think what they do on Facebook is okay. I think they know you're promoting something like this is Substack. This is a thing. Go, hey, you want to boost the sales? So,
Right.
and Ed, thank you. I think they know. So they kind of make it where I think Laurie had this. where they encourage you to spend money, which I have done with some things,
Mhm.
to promote it so it reaches out more. It used
Sure.
to be Facebook, like when I had my Seinfeld year, a lot of people saw it,
Right.
and um, it really grew from Facebook, but now they want you to spend money.
Yeah,
You
they
know what
want
I'm
you to.
saying? To
Yeah, they want you
promote
to
it.
do
But
that for that.
Substack is cool because your subscribers, anything you post, I like that that it if you subscribe, you get an email for each thing. That's why I don't want to put too much stuff up. I don't want to annoy people with too many
Right.
emails. I only want them to see when there's something that I think, I know they say on Substack more is more rather than less is more. If you want to grow your thing, put out a lot, but that's what I think. Yeah, clickbait, but Substack, yeah, and I want to look into Cody, the difference between doing a podcast and a stream on Substack. I think it stays up there, and I think they'll all get email alerts so we can have more people. Yes, I mentioned you, Lori. I mentioned you as one of the loyals, and I just mentioned you as someone who paid to promote something on Facebook, and it got a lot more attention. Even though I have 5,000 Facebook friends, only a small fraction see the stuff I post. And Facebook knows when it's something you'd like them to promote. So they make it where you gotta, if you really want to get it out there, you gotta pay. But like I said, I hope me and Mike do a funny video. No, you're great, Laurie. When we do a funny video, make it where with me and Mike, it'll get out there because people go, "Oh, these two guys from Dumb and Dumber. Oh, that'd be cool." But Mike Karen, I'm sure will have ideas. Well, that's a good question, Scarlett. My Seinfeld year is basically the chapter from my book, my Seinfeld days, but I added a little different opening with me on the set of Wizards of Waverly Place, and a little bit of a different ending. But yeah, you kind of get the story if you listen to or read. Maybe we'll have you back. Or if you only want to read or listen to the stuff about Seinfeld, then you don't use the book, just use the. But Mike, I just went to the place, and they're printing up a bunch of Seinfeld and Raymond scripts to sell at your thing.
I was also thinking about I could draw a caricature or a character of people with your character, which could be kind of a neat little.
Yeah, or maybe you could draw. I was thinking like a little postcard.
Mhm.
A little postcard, like for them to take for free to subscribe to our Substack. Like, hey, do our Substack, and and then show like you can cut and paste a bunch of things you've done already for cute little promo thing.
Right.
Now, Ed, what do you mean? Did you ever do any uncredited work?
Is that like so you did some sort of job where they didn't
Put me in the credits.
Yeah. Have you ever done anything?
Let me think. Sometimes I do things and I don't want to be in the credits. Some real, garbage for people. I go, don't put this on the IMBD, please. Yeah, we could hand those out. Also, Mike, I know I have the the 8x10 of me and Mike in the phone booth for the convention. But just for the hell of it, I'm having little postcards like the way I have this postcard. But I have I'm having the Dumb and Dumber as a postcard. Maybe just as a little thing to give away. Yes, we'll let's do postcards advertising Substack, like Chevy Chase and Dirty Work. Yeah, I don't think so. Like, I was cut from a lot of movies. But no, I'm not big enough where I say, put me in, but don't put, or I get demand, don't put me in the credits. Yeah. Yeah, it's useless having 5,000. Well, sort of similar on TikTok where it looks great. Like, all right, I hope they do it, Flores. I know you live too far from there. I forgot where you live, too far from Ohio. But what we're hoping, Mike, is that if it does well, other conventions will hear about it. Oh, these two, we didn't even think of these two, and that will go to other cities. So this one is important in that we hope it's a success. Just that the word of mouth will go out, or Mike, who's our agent, will say, "Hey, they did great at this one." But anyone else live near the Ohio area? If I could keep Brennan in his place, yes. I may go on next week with Keith Resner, the autistic comic that Norm was such a manipulator, instigator. He had us fighting with each other. Let me see if I could get him on. Let me see. And this is so this is the thing he's sketching.
Right.
Where so I came into, it was a Gainesville, and the waitress flipped out like Frank Sinatra walked in and asked for my autograph.
Yes.
They're an hour from Detroit, 2 hours from Cleveland, and Columbus, and 3 hours from Indy and Cincinnati. Good. When I start plugging it more, I'll write these down and try to get people an hour from Detroit. So it's closer to Detroit than it is to Cleveland, Ohio. And it is in Ohio. That's crazy. 2 hours from Cleveland and Columbus, 3 hours from Indy and Cincinnati. When I opened for Norm, we did a place in Detroit, and then went under the tunnel to Canada. So Mike, yeah. Who do I know in Detroit? Oh, I remember a funny story with Detroit.
It looks like we had a guest here.
Oh, let's say hello. Oh, wait a minute. Who do we got here? Oh no, not West Virginia, Ben.
Hi, Fred. This is Ben from West Virginia.
Oh, he's very sinister.
I've noticed that you've got some scruff going on your facial region.
Yes.
Ooh, yes. Yes. Every time you say yes, it sounds like you're sneezing, Fred.
Now, you know who you look like a little bit. Yeah, now, are you really laughing?
It sounds like you're just holding on for
The
dear
guy's
life on
in
this live
Jeffra.
stream.
Wow. Gottfried Seinfeld Romano, this is the GOAT. Norman, Kevin Brennan they're talking about, but do you know who you look like a little bit? I see you got a haircut, Virginia Ben.
I sure did. I made sure to give her a tip. I told her to stick to the school of beauty salon school. You get the idea. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, not a
Yes.
money tip.
Yes.
When you do yes, wait, who does that sound like?
When you do yes, what does it sound like? Maybe Beethoven, something else.
It was a Yogi Bear. Yeah, Bonnie. No, is it Fred Flintstone or Yogi Bear?
No, Fred. It's not Fred Flintstone. It's Fred Stoller. Yes.
Yes, Barney. Now you look a little bit like Jeffrey, not Jeffrey. What's that guy? He was Me Too'd with the gay kid. Jeffrey Jones, you look like a little bit. Do you know who Jeffrey Jones was from Ferris Bueller?
No, I don't. But your time is ticking away, Fred.
I know we're gonna lose you.
Because I might be lost. I might not be lost for you, but I may be lost myself. I've taken some of those prescription marijuana leaves.
Oh
yes.
Now, let me plug one of your friends. I saw a clip of Jeff Richards doing Jeffrey Ross. I can't wait for it to come out. That looks great.
Are you talking about Glengarry Jeff Ross?
Yes.
Yes.
I do just Jeffrey Ross on it, or are you doing it?
I'll do it with Glengarry Jeff Ross. Ready?
Yeah. Yes, I'm ready.
So what's going on with those leads? I think those leads are looking mighty tasty. I think I'm gonna roast one of these leads. What's up, lead? Where are you leading to? You having a good time? Why don't you tell your face? My show Broadway opens up. Take one for the rose. Take a banana for the road. It's gonna be going Broadway. I'm really excited about it. You having a good time? I don't know. I should tell my face. Yes.
Now, Al says you look like Emo Phillips with the hair. You got a haircut. I'm glad.
So, well, I know I needed one. I told her, "Don't take too much off, child," and she didn't. But you know, it always looks longer when you're there, and then you get home and it's all short. But that's because it dries. It dries, and then it's not as long. Because I have wavy hair, Fred. So, and I don't mean wavy like it's gonna wave at you. I mean it's just wavy, Fred. So it takes twice as long to grow because it's curly, Fred.
This is interesting. You're being Emo Phillips now is what Al is contending, but I think you're just Virginia Ben. Now.
Ooh. I'm Emo Phillips. I took a sandwich once. I don't know where I took it.
Now. If you've seen Doug Benson lately, he has Emo Phillips hair. And if you don't know who Doug Benson is, he's so cool. He's 67 and he has crazy hair and he loves video games and pop culture and he loves doobies. He's like a young guy. It's amazing. He's so cool.
Fred, you like doobies. Give me a break now. You like doobies.
Well, once in a while, an edible. Maybe
How much?
Tonight.
How many milligrams, Fred?
Well, I make a mistake. I always do. I'll do like a 10, and then I'll do the typical bit every comic does a bit about. Like you take a mint and go, nothing's happening, then you take another and then you're annihilated. I keep making that mistake.
You should know your quantities by now, Fred, but I think your problem is you don't do it often enough.
Yeah, don't you build up a tolerance?
Well, you build up something, Fred. Maybe if it's just mystery. You got to take them all at once, Fred, and then lock the doors.
Now there's another Southern gay guy. You sound. Who are you
What do you
sounding
mean
like?
another Southern? I'm the only Southern gay guy.
Okay, all right. There's another one. I can't
They
think of
built
who
it
you-
all. They built it up around me.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
It sounds like a Yogi. Is it Yogi Bear you're doing? One thing I give you credit for, you're the only impressionist that doesn't do a bunch of cartoon characters. I don't remember you doing like Mr. Magoo. There was a guy who used to do like Mr. Magoo singing Springsteen. I'm driving in my car. The radio comes on. Fire. That's not bad. I'm driving in my car. The radio. It's addicting. I like that. Don't you like Elmer Fudd singing Springsteen?
No, I don't like anything like that. What I do like, Fred, is chocolate chip ice cream. But I don't like it when the chocolate nuggets are too big and thick. I like a very thin chip. I mean, it's almost not a chip. It's like a stamp. If a stamp was a chip, it was a. You know what I'm saying, Fred?
Yes.
Yes.
Ed wants me to leave this and go on MLC. I abandoned my own thing where Cody is sketching. I love it. This is a story, Ben from West Virginia, about one time before selfies, when people would ask for my autograph, very rarely I'd feel guilty that they're so excited they'll bring it home and someone will say, "Who's this?" and they'll throw it out. Get that crap out of here. But the time now this looks like Jeff Richards' version of Fred. Look at that guy. He looks very sad. Oh, you can't see what's going on. You're just looking at a camera. Are you about to hang yourself because you're so bored? This is the guy that slapped Sidney Poitier in the heat of the night. That's a good reference.
You know, I'm just about out of enjoying a good reference. When I came on this podcast, I thought I was going to get to talk to Ben for Virginia.
Yeah, let me tell him you're on because he's more interesting than me.
Well, there's only so much I can do with you, Fred.
I know. I'm not that good at this. Ben, wait. Yeah. But I love it when Cody draws. My thing is to keep Cody entertained and just have him keep drawing. I'm not good. Oh, in the greenhouse. Yes, she remembers in the greenhouse when he slapped. You look like the guy that slapped Sidney Poitier and got slapped back.
Fred, I don't know what to say. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I haven't seen the movie. But what I want to know from you is, what are we doing? I was told there were going to be hors d'oeuvres. I was told there were going to be refreshments. But this is the same shit in my house as there always was.
Yeah, I'm letting you down. I'm letting everyone down. I don't know how to keep it going. But I very much appreciate you being here. Actually, I had a steak at Taylor's, and when you come to town for putting up with this, I still will get you a steak.
Is that in Glendale, Fred?
No, it's in La Cañada. Taylor's
yeah.
actually, there's one in what's it called? Koreatown is the original one.
Because
They
I
have-
won't have a car, Fred. I'll be having to take Ubers everywhere. And you want to go up to some place called La Crescenta? I lived in LA for over 20 years. I've never heard of that place.
Where are you going to be staying?
Wherever I get a play, I was hoping I'd stay with you. Maybe we could order in.
All right, I got a guest room. We'll do a thing here. You can stay in the guest room where Cody stayed.
Now I don't want to stay in the guest room.
Yeah, because Cody was
Cody and his cooters.
yes. I did wash the sheets and everything, but Cody
Yeah.
cooties you don't want.
Well, those Cody cooties are very resilient. They'll go through a washing and just live fine.
Now, that laugh doesn't seem consistent with West Virginia Ben.
I know, Fred. I was doing an impression of you.
Okay.
So you thought maybe the laugh should be more something I wouldn't be able to get so close to. So because I'm Southern, that you're gonna judge me for that.
Yeah, I thought Southerners-
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Is it yeah or yes? It can't be both.
You just did both, Fred.
I did?
And now I'm doing you. Yeah,
Okay.
wake up. You did it. You said, yeah. And then you said, yes. Yum, 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 yum.
You sound like Jeremy Hotz. Yes. Is that what he does? Yes,
Sounds like you
yes.
don't like Jeremy Hotz very much.
No, there was he does this character that's like Bobcat when he used to do it. Woo! He does a joke, goes woo. Is that what he does? I saw him once. It sounded like and he was convulsing like he was nervous.
Yes.
Well,
Have we gotten rid of all of the people watching yet?
I think
Are they finally gone? Can we be real?
let me. Oh, the other Ben I'm texting. He got something to do, but he's going to come on in a little bit.
Yes.
Ben. Oh, sorry.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I just
I
want
like
to
that
say
tie.
yes,
Well,
yes.
thank you, Cody. That doesn't entice me to stay in the room you were in, but thank you nonetheless.
You're welcome.
No, Cody. Now, Cody, when you're 6'4", when you stayed on the Ben,
Right.
when you stayed on the bed, oh,
The
God.
best. Freudian slip there.
When you stayed on the bed, did your feet fall off them, or was the bed big enough?
Well, I take my feet off and then I sleep.
That's funny. See, he's an illustrator, and he did a funny joke about he takes his feet off when he goes to bed. You know,
He did good.
Well, I'm learning from Fred all these comedy.
You're not learning from me, child.
I'm learning.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
being from West Virginia, for Christ's sake.
I'm
There was-
learning some things. Yeah.
there. You know who you sound like? A great guy who sadly died. There was a gay Southern guy named Leslie Jordan. Did anyone ever hear of?
I know
This-
Leslie. Yes, I know who he is.
Did you know who he was, Cody?
I don't know. Maybe if I let me take a look at him. Let's see if he.
He was a little gay fella, from the South, and he had a
I
heart.
do know. Sorry.
Yeah, and he was getting hot on Instagram, going, "I like fishing." No, I'm doing Cobra Fire. I don't think he said that. I like fishing. I like when I eat some food in the South. You know, I like me some good Southern food, but I like Maine. I said that. I don't think Leslie Jordan sounded like that. Sad, sweet guy. He right before he died. Well, it would still be sad if he died if he stayed in an apartment, but he was like me, where he got a nice place, and then he died. He got like so. So far I've been here a year and I haven't died. Yes, actually, you were right. Yes, Al. He was on that Burt Reynolds show. What was it called? With Charles Durning, and was Burt Young in
Benson?
it?
Was it Benson?
No, not Benson.
I love Benson. Remember Benson?
Yes, actually, Jerry Seinfeld was fired from it. He had a recurring part in it. And
What happened?
Well, it wasn't his thing. The way Ray Romano got fired from News Radio, and they realized Joe Rogan would be better. I'm going to sneeze. I can't now. This is when you're trying to pee at the toilet. So this is a Evening Shade was with Burt Reynolds, and what's her name? The one who has great plastic surgery because she still looks young, and she's probably 78. From Taxi. I can't think of names anymore.
Mary Lou Hanna.
Yes. Do I really say? How else are you supposed to say yes?
Well, another way
Yes.
you could say yes would just be saying yes, Fred.
Yes, like
But
that.
you seem to want to put a lot of volcano behind it. Yes. Like a 3-alarm fire or a flood or something.
Right. Well, Evening Shade. I remember when it came on. I'm from the old days when, before people in movies were doing a sitcoms. I go, why is what's his name who died? He was in it. Was it not Burt Young? James Hampton? No, was it James? I get James Hampton mixed up with what's the guy from Deliverance?
Burt Reynolds.
No, he was in Burt Reynolds. He was in Deliverance. Maybe he wasn't. What was the guy's name who he got raped in Deliverance?
Charles Durning.
No. Come on. Ed the Sound guy or Jeff Cohn got to know. He was in Deliverance.
Why are we focused on this, Fred?
Well, because Gilbert Gottfried had a great joke about him, where Ned Beatty. No, wait, was Ned Beatty in Evening Shade? I think so. Now, Ned Beatty, Gilbert Gottfried had a joke when Ned Beatty's agent sent him the script for Deliverance. He goes, "I like the script, but the pages are missing from page 89 to 94. Do you get it?
Do I get what, Fred?
The joke was
Oh, that was supposed to be a joke.
the joke is that there's a scene in the movie where Ned Beatty in Deliverance gets raped by a man in a canoe. And so the joke was his agent wants him to take it apart, but he purposely ripped out a few pages. All right. It's Gilbert made it funnier. So I get Ned Beatty, James Hampton, and Burt Young mixed up. Burt Young was in Rocky. James Hampton, he was in Teen Wolf. But you look like squeal like a pin, Ben from West Virginia.
I will do no such thing, sir. And I find all of this a very crude disrespect to your guest, who is all the way from West Virginia.
You almost sound like what's his name, Daryl Hammond, who's very not effeminate, but very. I
It's like
go
in
there.
the 1930s, and especially with people that were involved in criminal activity, there was a preponderance of evidence against several different major mafias and people, and I find it very strange and very weird, and it's also cathartic, and it's this weird, so it's like, let's just say, for example, you're going to try to unload some missile heads. You're
Now,
not going to be able to
Cody,
just,
even though you don't know who he's doing, isn't it a great character?
Yeah, that's really funny.
well, I remember the very strong opinions of some of the boycott leaders in the local arenas. There were, I remember this guy who was from Mogadishu. I still don't know how to say it. And he had this weird, strange, cathartic thing going, and I thought it was very nice.
Now Pikesville Al has a good point. You look like with that scarf, Charles Nelson Riley, and do you know who Charles Nelson Riley is, Cody?
Yes.
Yes.
Now I'm going to steal a joke from a comic named Mark Cohn, who said, "Did you ever hear the immigrant song from Led Zeppelin? The opening sounds like Charles Nelson Riley." All right. Again, I can't do Gilbert. I can't do Mark Cohn justice. But
your crude and frankly volatile impressions of some of these early figureheads, early pop culture, and early it's like the 1930s in Chicago, and these people were just filibustering vigilantly with this Norman Rockwell setting, and it wasn't even snowing, and yet people were running around with their heads cut off. It was very, very mafioso.
So Daryl Hammond talks a lot about the mob. I don't understand.
Well, I find I wear dark clothing, and I like dark spaces, and I like dark places, and I go to all three sometimes when I go to IHOP.
Well, he's drawing me in an IHOP, as you see.
Yeah.
It's now when I worked with Norm Macdonald in Canada, Atlanta, Buckhead. Have you ever been to Buckhead? It was called Buckhead.
I don't think I've ever been to Buckhead.
It's somewhere in Atlanta, Georgia. And Norm was just ridiculous. Like the limo or whatever, the ride, he kept telling the guy, Freddie likes the men. I accept it, but is there men in Buckhead? Yeah, there are men. He was like Indian. He get meat. I don't mind. It's like Jamie. What does your Paul Lynn sound like? Jeff Crone wants to know. Paul, can you do Paul Lynn?
Paul Lynn. Well, it doesn't really. I don't know. Can I?
It sounds like Charles Nelson Riley.
If I heard him, I could probably get it, but I don't know right off the bat. I don't have a breakout one.
Now, Johnny Clare said this is so much more relaxing than MLC. This is mellow. This isn't screaming at people or saying
wait till Virginia Ben gets here.
Yes, let's hope he does. Then they're screaming. It's so this is a joke, West Virginia, Ben, you could tell. It's kind of naughty. It's about going to the bathroom. 3 foreigners. Now, when you need the bathroom, you're Russian. After you're gone, you're Finnish. And when you're going, European.
Oh, that's too rich. That's just too rich, Fred.
Yeah, it was a little.
Yeah.
Who was the rat in Charlotte?
Yeah.
Now, who's James Hampton again? Can anyone refresh me?
He's the Glad Bag guy.
He was in the Glad Bag?
He used to do the Glad Bag commercials. I'm just kidding. I don't know who he is.
It could have been. You have a chance to greatness right now. Well, we got 13 people, and we got just. You also look distinguished, like John Malkovich. He's kind of like Daryl Hammond. Well, when the process of the theater is very precise
Yes,
and
theater. He always reminds me of almost like Crispin Glover, where he's like, "I'm so effing." You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he's very prissy, John Malkovich. Was the dad in Teen Wolf? He was also an F Troop. Thank you.
He was an F troop.
Yeah,
Wait. James Hampton.
Yes, he was. I knew this guy. He used to be the assistant to Agar
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
in F Troop. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, he was the bugle guy.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, he talked like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know yet.
Cody
Yeah.
seems like he might be a little drunk.
Cody.
West Virginia.
The drawings are a little scrambled today.
Well, to tell you about Cody, I don't know. I assume he may never have had alcohol because
Until tonight.
Until tonight,
Nice.
when he visited me, he had never had a latte, and he had his first one with me. Now, you don't go to coffee places, Cody?
No, I go to the coffee places, but I don't have coffee.
What do you have there?
I have like hot chocolate.
And what was it like having a latte?
Oh yeah, that was good. Yeah.
And also,
chocolate.
it was your first time.
Latte.
It was your first time having a parfait.
It was, yes.
So I think if you sleep in Cody's bed, he's very wholesome. He just never had alcohol, a parfait, or I forgot the other thing, or coffee.
That's right.
I don't know. I have to smell his fingers first before I go in that bed.
That's one thing they haven't figured out how to do with apps and online.
What's that?
Smells.
Oh, yeah.
They will figure it out. I
Like a printer.
I went to LA. I drove in the other day, and I knew it would happen. At first, I was blown away with these driverless cars. Like, what? And now it's just, there's one of those Waymos again.
Mm-hmm.
It's just insane. Now, Ben from West Virginia, would you go in a car with no driver?
You mean parked on the side of the road? Who is he?
No, they have these cars that drive without drive. Now, the thing I don't understand, they're doing it to save money so they don't have to pay Lyft and Uber drivers. But I hear they're $1 million each. So,
and how safe can they be? I mean, how safe can they be, Fred? No one's up there driving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You can come get a steak at Taylor's. It's at the top of a mountain, and
right. Okay. Well, I'll come
right, right. Okay.
I needed to itch my ear. This you won't get. This is me pretending to be Jewish, doing a prayer. I broke my toe and I'm annoyed. Instead of brachot noi.
You got to say the brachot noi first, and then the other one.
Well, instead of I used to think brachot Adonai. They were saying I broke my toe and I'm annoyed. but I can't remember the second
Barocatoid this, Barocatoid that. You know, Brian Cranston. Who am I talking about? Brian Callen.
he I'll say it here, I don't care. There's a lot of despicable people. I can't he You just look at him and I can't stand the guy.
Well, some
just-
people are like that for people, right, Fred?
He's just trying. He's just. I'm going to say it on MLC. I try to be nice and not badmouth people, but he's the worst. I just
You're
saw
a thrill
something.
seeker. You're a thrill seeker. You're looking for a fight.
Al just came up with the second part. I broke my toe and I'm annoyed, and I'll nay you to fix it. Oh, that doesn't work. I need the second part.
This is more of a workshop than it is an actual
It
stream.
really is, because
This is
we-
just a few
Right.
people chatting with each other.
it is. It's just a creative thing. Like, you watch the creative process. Like this one, like Al came up with an idea for the other one we did. An idea for the other one we did. I'm talking like you. Well, he said, throw in some confetti. It looks like you're celebrating. So no, sometimes people throw in ideas of things
I was
for the
just
picture.
saying it's very inspiring to be in part of such a unique brand of comedy.
I don't know if this is comedy. It's mellow.
I don't know if this is comedy. You know, I don't know if these are punchlines. You know, you guys ready to play the feud? Show me watermelons. It's hot in here. It's fine. It's so good to see you, Freddie. It's been so long. It's Louis Anderson. It's
One
Louis.
time-
You know, you've got a story about me, but be nice, okay? Because I'm dead.
I met him once, and what happened was, I was called last minute. He was trying to do a show, which everyone's done, where they show, well, like clips, and we make snarky comments about it. And I'm not that good at it. And I said, all right, thank you. Because come here, I'm a hugger. I'm a hugger.
I'm a hugger. Show me hugger. Transistor radio, bitch. We don't got anything up here, and it's humid. People talk about it. They say it's hot up here. I said it's hotter up here, and it's humid.
Stealing the line that I love.
Yes.
and it-
Yes.
All right. So one thing I've stolen from Garrett Morris, where he did some sketch in the first year of SNL, where I think it was Mike Tyson. He goes, "I'm heavyweight champion of the world. I think this is good for my confidence and my self-esteem." Where I like doing things where I like saying, "This is good for confidence and self-esteem." Well, maybe I came up with it, where it's the same thing. Like, this is good for money, and also it's good for income too. All right, it's not laugh out loud, but I like schmucky things.
Well, you got a good idea going there, Fred.
Look at this TGIFs. Look, this is so great. You know, it's like,
Why is the woman 50 times bigger than everybody else?
well, it's perspective, which Cody has studied.
Study what?
You know-
I mean, it looks like that chick is bigger than all of them. She gonna eat them all up.
Well, Ed makes a point. He wants me to get more people. So either I got to tell people on MLC, but I want, if anyone knows about doing lives on Substack, I think if we figured out how to do it, we'd get more people, because they get emails we're on, and other Substack people will see, oh, they're doing this thing. So I got to figure out how it works.
That's
Yeah,
the whole
but-
point, Fred. You know, Christmas only comes once a year, and so does Hanukkah once a year. So
Oh, so Norm did that bit. I'm starving, and I also want some food. No, the joke could be, I'm starving, I'm also famished. I don't know. I like, this is good for confidence and self-esteem. Well, there's a song. You ever hear that song? Nah, yeah, nah, nah. That sounds Jewish. Nah, nah, nah. Live for today and don't worry about tomorrow. It's the same thing. Live it today, and also, while you're at it, don't worry about tomorrow. All right, not laugh out loud, but you get what I'm saying.
you know, I think ever since you grew that patch of
Facial.
hair on your face, you've been a little bit different, Fred.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you getting ready to like go live in the wilderness or something?
You know, I guess people growing a beard. I'm not growing a beard. I'm just not shaving. Oh, I got Mike Starr here. Wait. Hey, Mike.
buddy.
Hey, Mike. Could I? I'm actually on a stream. Could I? Where people talk and we hang out. Could I actually? Could you say hi to them, or you feel funny about it?
Absolutely. I don't feel bad. What the hell do I care?
Hey, Mike Starr, say hi to the people.
Hello, people.
This is Mike.
Mike who?
Yeah. No. I was.
Who's your partner?
You got to come on the stream. It's a thing where I don't know if you've seen. No, you haven't. These little animation bits I'm doing with my partner Cody, where people watch us illustrate and they ask questions, and a lot of them are character actor fanatics. Where I mentioned you, they were naming all your other movies, Uncle Buck and The Bodyguard, and actually Mike, who's booking it, is on the stream now. And he was just saying it's VIP, we're picked up and everything. And it's all, I hope you're not canceling. Mike, did I lose him? Hey, Mike, are you there? Oh, wait. Hey, Mike, did I lose you?
I think it was me. I was trying to put it in my pocket while I'm walking here.
Oh, I hope you're not canceling.
Canceling what?
Oh, our thing we're gonna do.
I'm confirming.
Great. Well, right now, Mike Karen is on it, and
What about people on the stream?
actually I was talking about you, and they're all like, some of them is saying I live an hour away, I'm going to it, and they were just talking about your credits.
You're on the screen now. Did I hang up on them?
No, that's okay. We're in a stream, and one day, are you okay with tech stuff? If I sent you a link, we could have you actually talking on it.
Yeah, fine. That's fine.
That would be great. Well, they're all saying hi, Mike. We know your hilarious voice. That they're asking about you're doing an office convention, so you got big fans.
Nice.
What's that?
Very nice. I said that's very nice.
Yes. So Mike Karen, who's set this up, is I'm getting goosebumps because I'm really excited because I was saying you're a great storyteller, and he said once it's confirmed, then no, first he's got to get all the flight stuff, what you want, the hotels. It all's run by you. He runs it by you. Did I lose you again? Did we lose you again? Well, we had Mike briefly, which I'm very excited. Let me see if I could text him. Let me text him now. Virginia Ben, do you know who Mike Starr is? He punched me in Dumb and Dumber.
Yes,
And,
of course. I know him, of course. Sorry, I took a very light sedative and I feel a bit droopy right now, and it's not your fault and it's not my fault. It's the little pill's fault. So I want to get to know him much better. I don't know if he has a wife or if he's gay or what, but
No, he's not gay.
I would like to. I hit that strong voice of his. There's nothing like that voice. There's nothing.
No, seriously,
nothing that'll hold on to someone like that voice. Yeah.
Seriously, he was in Goodfellas. He was in I loved him in not Donnie Brasco. What is that one?
Magnolias?
No. I just said it. It's scary. I can't think of names anymore. Ed Wood. Ed Wood. He was
Oh yeah,
great
Ed
in it.
Wood.
Ed
Yes.
Wood. Ed Wood. He was in Ed Wood. He was the wood part. Nobody's laughing at this.
No, Kutay. We got Kutay's in Turkey, and he's laughing.
No, I was doing my impression of you, Fred, after you tell a joke.
Do it again.
You go.
I missed it.
You'll tell a joke, you'll be like, and then the egg, he dropped the egg. It's funny, no? Nobody likes that one?
I don't know. The laugh is very demented.
No, that's
But-
part of the impression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Mike's only demand is he doesn't want to sleep any bed that Cody has stayed in. It's,
Is that right?
I mean, somebody who only orders hot chocolate at a coffee place is needs to be talked to.
well, yeah, he's not a crazy, wild and crazy guy like you know,
Like-
like Virginia and
Like
West
Virginia
Virginia
Ben.
Bens. They like the flasks a lot. They like that stuff. It's
Ben left me a message. You want to hear it?
yes, let me hear it.
Hi there, Ben from Virginia, the real one, not fake Ben from West Virginia, talking about hand jobs from stewardesses.
Oh,
We have airports here. If you want to get whacked off by a stewardess, you gotta find a hooker and tell her to call herself a stewardess. It's just hard when they don't got no teeth. They wouldn't let them serve peanuts.
see, this guy's obscene. See, this just shows, that
What's the
people
show, Fred?
the Dixie line, they're not all wholesome like Cody.
If you don't let the stove get hot, you'll never be able to boil no water. And Cody has them cooties. I think it's pretty obvious, judging by his reaction to our accusing him of it. And so he has the cooties, and I would love to stay with you, Fred. But Fred, I don't know. I have to get that. Maybe have a scientist come over there and examine your bedspread.
Let me see.
Oh, we got somebody on the line here.
Okay, let's see who it is.
Let's see, 1, 2. Well, I don't see them anymore. It was there.
Oh, they got scared. The band
heard the
scared
noise.
people off. So, Flores knows the song "Sha la 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 live for today and don't worry about tomorrow." Do you see the irony that it's a contradiction? I know Scarlett is only 15. You can't do the stewardess HJ jokes. We got one 15-year-old or 16-year-old, and but that's why it's it's Friday night. It's called Friday Night Madness. What sometimes happens here, and
Well, as any gathering, it can dissolve, and as it dissolves, what it turns into is not quite unknown. It is known.
I just want to say that I know you're not Jeff Richards. When Jeff Richards does his version of Bane, if that was in a Adam Sandler movie or Adam Sandler did it, it would be just hundreds of millions of it would be amazing big hit. It's just, so arbitrary what, but it's just, it would be an amazing.
Felix Unger is on the line.
Hey, Greg, look who we have, Virginia Ben.
Hello,
Feel-
Greg.
Hello, Jeff. How are you?
I'm not Jeff. I'm West Virginia Ben,
Oh,
otherwise known as Ben from West Virginia.
So Cody is doing, so Scarlett is 16 and he was doing, HJ bits. So,
what I come in the middle of?
oh God,
Exactly.
You got a
listen here.
16. You're
I
getting
had
hand
a-
jobs from 16-year-olds?
Oh, hey there, Ben. That's the censored version for the Todds. Oh, hey there, Ben. It's the Disney version. Oh, hey there, Ben.
That's my laugh instrument.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
You know who was just on the call here? Greg?
who?
Mike Starr. Have you ever met
Oh,
Mike Starr?
I love Mike Starr.
Yeah, and we're gonna go to Ohio, where Cody is, they're going to have a screening of Dumb and Dumber. And then we're going to
Great.
do a Q&A, and then hopefully we can fill up a theater in Ohio with the two guys. Well, I'm not one of the leads of Dumb and Dumber, but I'm really excited to be now. Now you did a movie called Dummy with Adrian Brody, and they
Maybe
had
I
the
can get in there too by mistake.
yes, yeah. Oh, now I'm doing him doing me. Yes.
Yes.
Now, no one does Adrian Brody impressions, do they? Ben from West Virginia, can you? He's worked with Adrian Brody.
I don't know if I had to pick something. I would say is like when he walks down the street.
Yeah, that's what I'm Adrian
He's just like
Brody.
this,
I'm
he goes-
walking down the street. Yeah.
No, he goes, "How's it going?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing
I'm a
this
cool
again."
dude.
He talks a little bit like a really cool Dustin Hoffman. He's
That's
got
good.
a little bit of a Dustin Hoffman thing.
Don't
Like
talk to me. Don't talk to me about that. There was a specific reason, and they don't tell me what I need to know, and don't know what I know.
You
can't
could
tell me that.
you could probably make your way to Adrian Brody from Dustin Hoffman.
Just not as nasally and like.
Yeah, just not exactly. I heard Dana Carvey explaining how he got to his particular voice, and it was really fascinating. The ingredients of his impressions, like he says, I think he was talking about Rudy Giuliani, and he was like, I took Jay Leno, and then I took Jay Leno, and then I added like a child molester to Jay Leno, with a worse speech impediment or something. He demonstrated how he got to Rudy Giuliani, and it was pretty great.
Is Cody drawing Rudy Giuliani right now?
No, you're not diverting. This is our picture of. This is the story, Greg. Could you go back and I'll tell Greg the story briefly. So
Sure.
this is before there were. This is me. This opening shot where I'm, going. Do you want my autograph? And he's going to say, "Hey, I'm working this corner." That's pretty funny, Greg, right?
Yes,
And,
yes.
So basically, before there were selfies, people asked for autographs, but no one remembers that. So one time, people would ask for my autograph sometimes. No, the one before it. Or is this the next one? Oh, sometimes they'd ask for my autograph, and I always be nervous. They're going to take it home. They're going to go, "Who's that? Throw that shit out. Who is this?" I would always be afraid. They go, "Throw that crap out. Who the hell's that?" So that was my fear. Like, who's that? So then I went to Gainesville, Florida. I was working, and I went to a TGIF. Isn't that a great shot? And I rented a car, and a waitress spotted me, and she acted like, Frank Sinatra came in. So it's a story about, and she flipped out, and and then what happened was, she asked for my autograph, and she went nuts, like holding it up like a lottery winner ticket. So this punchline is, I tipped her well over 20, but then I went home, this is true, to the hotel agonizing, going, she thinks I'm a celebrity. Did I tip enough? And I was tossing and turning in bed, like, going, oh my God, thinking she'll go on a downhill spiral. So like an R, you can't say that word. I went back, got dressed, went back to the restaurant, knocked on the window, was closing, said, "I didn't tip enough. Here's another $5." I banged on the window, and she took it. So these are fun.
Wow.
Pathetic stories that I love him doing. So we just do these streams where I think it's great. And then Greg, we were at Greg met me for a dinner last night. And I keep forgetting I've gone weeks without a real interaction because I work on these with Cody, and I do these streams. So I was talking to the waitress. I was so annoying because it was my first human contact in weeks. Right, Greg?
Yeah, it was pretty obvious. It was you had either done lots of cocaine or you are lonely. It was one or the other.
Right. And I wasn't like hitting on her.
No, you were just so happy to be talking to
To a
somebody,
real person.
and it was annoying.
Yeah, I'm
Be-
sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
I'm
but
usually the.
I'm
Okay.
almost even more pathetic than my impression of it. That's pathetic. And the whole thing, it makes you want to jump off a cliff.
Fred had just gotten out of solitary confinement and was so desperate to talk. He was talking to everybody, telling stories. The waiter wouldn't let the waiter go.
Oh, I didn't like though. As lonely as I was, the manager was a little annoying. Like comes over standing, well, yeah, I'm a filmmaker and I'm
No,
confident.
he was very nice.
Yeah, but his
You miss your reads on people. You're like you got like a 70%, 75% success rate on reading people right. But every
no.
now and then you're off. You miss them.
I'm good at
No.
people.
No.
Yeah. All right, hey
you
guys,
sound
Yes.
I'm actually
Where are
at
you?
work right now. I gotta go. I got an editor right behind me who's getting really annoyed.
Oh, could you show my clip to the people
No, we
from the
can't do
movie?
that.
So Greg just flew me to where is it? I can't think of the name.
Colorado.
Boulder, Colorado. I was in a little movie with Ileana Douglas, and no one Jeff would know could do an impression of. Oh, Wallace Shawn. Can you do Wallace Shawn, Jeff from The Princess Bride?
I don't think I know who Wallace. Oh, Wallace Shawn. You mean the guy who goes, "That says."
What?
Is he bald?
Yes.
No, I can't do him.
Okay. All right.
Well, Greg, I'll go to that restaurant anytime. I liked it.
Yeah, it was good. That was a good dinner. We'll do it again.
And then next time I'll get the trout.
It was cheaper than Taylor's.
Yes, I was telling him I will take him to Taylor's, but it was too far. I went there for lunch, and it's a good place.
All right, Fred. I'll call you later. I gotta
Thank
get
you
back
for
to work.
chiming in. Thank
Bye,
All right.
Greg.
Bye, Jeff, or whoever you are. How do
Yeah.
you get off of this thing?
Oh,
we-
Can
okay.
you?
Hey, thanks again.
Put your phone in the toilet.
That's their way to do it.
That's
So-
some way to do. What are you, a tech guy? You sound like a tennis pro, Cody. All of a sudden,
You're like, that would be the right tennis ball.
That'd be the right way to do it.
This is your laugh if it made it on Broadway.
But isn't Jeff Ross going to be on Broadway?
I'm already on Broadway. I think I did my first show already.
Hello,
Take
everybody.
a banana for the road and give me one too. I'm gonna do
What?
just fruit for years. I'm gonna do Broadway with different kinds of fruit.
You know, okay, I'm going to be a little delusional now. No, we're never going to go to Broadway, but maybe one day I could tell these stories with a projector with them behind me and we see them and I do it live. No, I don't want to do that.
Fred, why do you have the microphone in front of your face? Everybody wants to
That's-
see your face. I see half your face.
Okay, because
That's
All right.
better. There
I
you
feel
go.
I feel like you always see these bro guys like, I'm Dan Soda. Screw you. Oh, yeah, I'm Brendan Schwab. Give it to me. That's funny. Give it to me. I'm Brendan Schwab.
I'm Charles Schwab.
What are you? That's Jeff Ross doing a.
I'm doing a Charles Schwab.
What are you?
I just want a regular Schwab. I got earwax.
I remember when Fred Willard had these parties. Jeff Ross was up there, and what's her name? She's dead now. Fred Willard's wife said something. You don't go to Forever 21. You go to Forever 40. That's a Jeff Ross put down.
Well, that's I like the roast. Yeah, I like the roast thing. Sometimes I can't stop roasting. I'll make an actual roast, and then I'll roast it.
Hey, roast.
I just can't stop roasting. I'm roasted everything. I roasted my ceiling for it, and no one was here. I just roasted it for 2 hours. I'm like, look at you, upside down. You having a good time? Why don't you resurface your face?
Why don't you tell the roof? It's not bad.
Glengarry, Jeff Ross.
Who is the guy?
Hey man, can I get one of those leads? Hey,
Who
hey
is-
man, you think I can get one of those leads? Just can I just taste one? I'll give you a chocolate bar.
It's you. Well, all right. When do you come into LA?
January 28th through the August 1st or 2nd.
January 28th. You mean
July.
July 28th? That's a few weeks away.
Yeah, I know. Get that bedspread cleaned for me.
I'm throwing out the bed. I mean, with Cody,
I
So
would
someone-
I would burn that room, honestly, just to be safe.
I mean, well, someone just asked a question here. Does Cody badmouth anyone? Has Cody ever been negative about anyone? That's a good question. Cody, you are. I gotta say, I got more lucky teaming with Cody than Cody did with me. He it's not just he's a great illustrator, he is, but he just adds things to these stories that he has the jokes, the sensibility, he's good. He tells us
Yeah, but he's almost too accurate, Fred.
yes.
I saw so many chins on me. I thought I was going to a J.C.
Chinese-
Penney convention.
JC Penney chins. JC Penney.
J.C. Penney's a grow. Remember the J.C. Penney's?
Yeah, but what does that have to do with chins?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just trying to think of something quick. I don't know what I'm doing.
No, he ate more chins than a Chinese phone.
He got
booth.
more chins than a Chinese finger trap. Is that better? That doesn't make any sense either. Am I having a good time? Why don't I tell my face? Wonder if I'm gonna. I hope I don't have any physical problems from doing that laugh because it takes a lot out of you. It's almost like being exercise, part of an exorcism or something.
Do you like breathe? You actually breathe in too, right? It's like it's not. Just...
I think the way Fred laughs, because everybody does different things for themselves to be kind of operate. I think that laugh for Fred is what just breaks all the tension up his spine and his lower back, and it sets him just gives him enough good feeling that he can go get a piece of pizza or he can get a chocolate chip cookie or whatever.
I forgot what I was going to say. But Cody, you are not negative about anyone or anything, if I'm not correct.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such an anomaly. It's just like you wouldn't do too good on the MLC podcast. All they do, and I do get negative, is everyone he hates. You got to see one of those episodes. This guy, what's his name? Kevin Brennan. Do you know who he is? Ben from West Virginia.
I sure do.
And
but
Brennan.
He doesn't fall into the category of bro this, bro that.
No, he's interesting. I told him, you're angry and you're a racist, but you're original. You're not like Brian Callen, one of those, hey, everything's PC. Yeah. Those other morons, bros. He's angry and he's a racist, but he's original. He's not trying to be like a poor man's Joe Rogan like they all do. It's probably because of the lack of latte. Now, Cody, your wholesome and non-negativity, is it your parents, the way they brought up? They're just so sweet and everything? They never get angry?
Yeah, no, it's something like that. Yeah, like it's
They brought up something interesting. There's a guy, he died, Kevin Meaney. Kevin Meaney. And I guess
was he a meanie?
No. Who? Kevin, what's his name? Kevin Brennan. Well, yeah, he's more racist than he's not, let's just say. He's just, I don't know. Anyway, he's Kevin Meaney died, and he was gay, but he had a daughter, and I didn't know that the daughter has a lot of problems because she didn't know her dad was gay, and So he's part of this Dabbleverse where all these comedians fight with each other. So he's being sued by Stuttering John. Does anyone know any of this nonsense?
I think I heard it Stuttering John before. He's like the Howard Stern guy.
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
I gotta be more careful. Say yes in a different way.
Oh my goodness.
Uh,
We got our own characters.
Why don't we go out to eat? We're gonna go to San Diego. Let's go to lunch and have lunch in San Diego. You know, this is what it sounds like. Okay, La Crescenta. What is that? Get out of here with that.
La Cañada. It's La Cañada.
I know that even less.
Well, did they spell it the wrong way?
Well, people think it's called La Canada. It's
Oh, right.
it's called La Cañada.
La Cañada.
It's a lot of.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Yes.
La Cañada. Let's say it's a lot.
Right. No. I know.
Now I sound like Merv Griffin, the impression.
Now you got me sounding like this guy now. What are we gonna do about it? I feel like Mokagishu, for like better or worse, the Chinese dynasty started off in such a filibuster like fashion. And for years, I mean, it was almost like years people were
I like his eyes.
were just
That's
you know, they were fire tribed by this global warming and global disaster, and it's like you can't even get a club sandwich anywhere anymore, and if you do, the fries are going to be cold.
When you close your eyes, you look like Nathan Lane.
Actually, can you do that voice, Nathan Lane?
What,
No.
Nathan Lane? I'm on Broadway. I'm Nathan
Ah.
Lane.
Here it is.
Yeah, you look like
Yeah.
Nathan Lane. They should do that.
I
Nathan
love
Lane
him in the Mouse Hunt.
I'm Nathan Lane and I like a party. Is that pretty good?
Yes.
Yeah. He's amazing.
He's amazing. He's my little Jeffy, you know. Just order whatever you want, but don't get dessert. All right, let's leave on a high note.
I remember a guy, Freddie Roman. You probably never heard of him. He was a Catskills comedian, and I was at Catch a Rising Star, a few comedians, and he goes, "Anything you want on me, as long as it's not over $3." But he was serious. This was 1980, so I guess you could have got eggs and stuff. All right. It's
Yes.
Yes, I think we killed the comments. We're stuck on Scarlett asking, is he racist?
Who?
No, asking if Kevin Brennan is racist. And you see the kitty on me? Now, my impression of Daryl Hammond with a cat.
Okay.
Cats are very industrious. No, I can't do it. From the Middle Ages,
know,
they used to help mob people.
The Siamese cat, which is actually from Siam, was originally put together by the priest and high duchess of that area. And those cats, over years and years of breeding and inbreeding, have perfected a certain dynamic that no other cat has. For instance, the blue eyes. They do go blind a lot earlier than most. They become lap cats, but they have a suspended personality that is just there's like this rival Flavin in there or something, you know.
So, Cody, even though you don't know who Daryl Hammond is, what do you like about this character? He's just.
I like that there's like he's a very thinking person.
You know,
he's educated.
20 years ago, I would have taken that as an insult. But right now, I tell you that you're a better man than me. And you're certainly taller than me. But I tell you, if you're any of your cooters are on that bedspread, I'm going to have to light it on fire. And I'll also have to light Fred on fire. And,
you once did a Daryl Hammond where he talked about the abuse. My mother, she stapled my eyelids together, and
Oh wow!
it's
I'm glad you recovered.
yeah. I'm glad you
All right,
recovered,
thanks.
Daryl.
Yeah,
It's,
thanks for bringing it up for the fucking 10,000th time. You know, I remember my early days of baseball, and I played all the way up till I was 19 years old, and I was very good. I was almost drafted by the Orioles. And I remember there were so many misdemeanor events and psychotropic diatribes that everyone was sort of on this diatribe. It was sort of like Lenin, McCarthy, and Stalinism, and you know, people were becoming these penchant camps, and they were set adrift on a memory blitz, and you know, it was really weird for a while.
My friend, there's a documentary, Cody, with Daryl Hammond. You got to see.
Oh yeah, what's that?
It's just where he's talking about all his abuse and his mother. And
Oh yeah.
my friend watched it. She goes, "He's absolutely gay." I go, "No, he's not." But it's interesting. He talks just like this. Scientifically, trauma should.
Yeah, it's like very scientific. You kind of.
I used to drink margaritas. I used to supply my own tequila. A friend of mine named Benny Hernandez had a tequila farm, and I would go out there and get obliterated. And one time I almost fell asleep in a hot tub. Anyway,
he's
yeah.
See, what I love about Jeff or this guy's impressions, as opposed to Frank Caliendo, who's great, is they're demented. Yours, they're just, you know, mentally challenged, a little special.
They're on some spectrum, yeah.
They're on spectrum-y.
They're on, even if it's not the cable provider, they, you know, could be just a regular spectrum.
It's some kind of internet thing. It's just that's what I like. Well, and the laughing that I do, of course. You know.
What happened to Virginia Ben?
I don't know why he won't be part of it. He only
let me check to see what. I didn't hear.
No,
anything.
he won't do it.
Yeah, he's not in.
He doesn't want to. He just sent a text. So I think if you want to bail, if you're mad that Virginia Ben won't come,
no, I mean,
he doesn't want to for some reason. I texted him.
Well, I mean, it's I mean, that onion stew is only going to marinate more and get more tastier. So I don't really mind if I wait a little longer, but I would like to see Virginia Ben. I'm Virginia Ben. I love how he says it. I say it a different way. I say, I'm Ben from West Virginia. But he says, I'm Ben from Virginia. I'm Ben from Virginia. But he's always getting up into these little situations that gets himself into trouble. I don't know what he's doing in that bathroom. I want to go, you know. Sometimes I want to get out, but it's too exciting. It's too exciting. So we'll see if West Virginia Ben, that's me, and Virginia Ben, that's him, can get together and have some fun. Yes.
Yes. Oh, it's like the lion. That's who the yes. Who is the Leo the lion? Snagglepuss. That's who it sounds like. The lion. Like, yes.
Snagglepuss?
That's who I think you sound like when you do the yes. Yes, I'm the lion. Who is that? Was Snagglepuss the lion?
He's that pink lion. He's the guy that kind of looks like
not the Pink Panther.
He kind of looks like I mean like the the Hanna-Barbera thing, yeah.
Yes, he did the yes.
Yes.
He did the stage left.
No. Yes. Maybe.
Maybe that's it.
Yes. No. I don't know. Maybe.
Looks more like a wolf. I'm not looking at any reference.
You know, Fred, you're going to win the award for having that mic in your face the most during a podcast.
Well, it's Wood who's doing a concert now. Okay.
You don't
was-
need to be that close on it.
Okay. He was saying that I should send a mic to people like you, so it's better, more professional. No, I'm not. I'll buy you steak, but I'm not going to send you a microphone.
Maybe put the microphone in the steak, Fred.
All right. You make me laugh. He is funny. Heavens to Metrogrone.
Heavens to Murgatroyd. That
You were struggling to answer your question, Scarlett.
I was struggling to answer you.
Meaning, is Kevin Brennan a racist? He doesn't go out of his way to do it, but he'll just say anything.
Let's see, there we go.
Wow. So, and your brother's very mellow too. He didn't get too angry. One time your dad got mad a little bit, not too mad, that a car almost hit us. So that I got to give him that. He's allowed to. Remember when there was a car coming too close to something? We had to get over a few lanes.
Yeah, right when that guy was almost gonna hit us. No.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. It was
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And we were all almost gonna die. Yeah, no, it's just
You know, when Fred says yes, it's one thing. When Cody says yes, he actually goes
Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
No, what do you sound like when you do that? Like yo. John Lithgow. Well, no, Kevin. Well, I told Kevin what you're saying is right. He is an angry white guy, but he's not like the bro angry white guy. It's like Brian Callen. They're just very poor man's Joe Rogan's. So, who is some other comics he doesn't like? I think he was talking. He didn't like Sam Morrill for some reason. Is that his name?
Is this the Dabbleverse?
Yeah.
And they talk
Flores,
about
what can you tell us
comedy
about?
people they don't like.
Yeah, I didn't understand that stuff about Kevin Meaney's daughter. She's suing Stuttering John.
So they just
Yeah.
kind of like it's sort more of a.
It's like wrestling. They fight. They just, you're an idiot. You screwed up. Shut up. I gave you 100. You never paid me. Stuff like that.
Nice.
So you're getting 11:30 if you want to,
What is it like in Virginia?
Well, I'm 8:30 here. You're 11:30.
You're 8:30.
Yes. Oh God. How was he supposed to say yes?
You're fucked. You're
Yes.
fucked.
Anytime I say it, it's going to be like, oh, I'm doing it. Yes.
You just have to fight through it.
I know. I got to really be aware of it.
It's almost like getting used to a pair of Doc Martens. That's how an impression is on for you getting an impression of me doing it. It's like trying to get in those things. It takes a few weeks, well, maybe even a few months, honestly.
All right, it's going to take a few months for me to do yes a different kind of way. It's 6:30 in Turkey, or are you in Portugal? I forgot. Kute. Morning. Wow. What? I know.
Wow.
I don't know what 6:30 in the morning is like.
Dang. It's like waking up to the stream.
Waking up to a stream. What's up?
No,
What's up, Kute? You're getting up. Why don't you have a coffee? You'll get up.
Then you have a
6:30.
stream. After the coffee, you have a stream.
I guess I like when someone's like mentally ill, like roasting a roof. It's just I like that. It's an impression, but it's also like a mental patient. Someone, hello tissue. Why don't you shove up a nose? Are you having a good time, tissue? Tell your face. I like.
Let me roast Let me roast some of that tissue.
All right, here,
There we
roast
go.
the tissue.
What's up, tissue? You kind of look like a dog. You're in the shape of a dog. You want to have a good time? Go get some kibbles.
I guess I laugh because everything is crazy. What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
I'm Jeff Ross on Broadway. Let me tell you what my journey here
Man, it's
started
been
in
such a
Long
great
Island.
journey. It's been an incredible journey, man. It's been so hard. It's been so great. All the people have been amazing. The crowds have been great. The food is great, obviously. I like the food. You having a good time? Why don't you tell your face?
I'm assuming you never did a cruise. I did one.
I did one.
Oh, they never wanted
Really?
me back. That was like ostracized. They wouldn't even interact with me, the staff. They saw what a mistake this guy was.
I feel exactly the same happened.
Yeah, like
Same thing.
then I was trying to hang out with them, like, and they just, there was the thing where you do your act, and then you're supposed to do this is the Midnight Madness crazy version, and I didn't have any crazy version, and then I didn't have an closing joke. It was just so I closed, and they got mad because I was supposed to give them the close so the band could play me off, and I was. They didn't want me there. I just was so. I just hid in my cabin. It was the worst.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had a hard time. It was really hard. Because
Would
you
they-
almost have to be, if you're kind of a little original or kind of
Oh,
like a little bit anything,
Yeah.
if it's not real obvious, it's not going to
Yeah.
work on a cruise ship.
for an impressionist, they want like the guy and just just crowd pleasing.
Well, just they would want like a certain kind of all the kind of the
obvious stuff.
yeah.
It's just.
But impressions are it's not a good avenue, you know.
Well,
Because
if you,
all these crowds, they don't know who these people are. Some people they know.
unless you
some
do the
people they
real
don't.
obvious one, like
Yeah.
if you do Trump on a cruise, you can't make him look bad. You got to just do the nice version, like China, and
China.
I remember I tried to sit and eat, and they go, "There's the comedian sitting alone. You don't want to sit alone. Sit with us." I went, "No, I want to sit alone." The comedian. Do you have any other jokes? I like that one joke you did. You had one joke I liked.
Yeah, isn't that the best?
Yeah.
Here's what I thought was funny. The only funny part the part I laughed at was this one part. Yeah. And that's pretty much all I laughed. They will say that to you.
Now if I did it, I would just look at the internet and come up with the corniest jokes and just read them. I mean, I go, "Oh, I know what you like," and I did the old jokes and to kill time, like there was a guy. He goes to the doctor. He goes, I gotta say, I'm really ashamed. I pee in the pool. He goes, "Don't worry, everyone does it." He goes, "Yeah, but from the high diving board."
Yeah, that's a good one.
So that's what they liked. I was, who's call? Mike Starr is calling.
Mm.
Hey, sorry, Mike, we're still on. We're going a little long. I'm sorry, Mike.
That's all right. I only got like 2 minutes. I just want to let you know we can talk tomorrow. And
yeah.
And I had to move away before, and so anyway, no, but I want to let you know I locked out that weekend.
I'm so excited. It's gonna be, and let's get together before. I'll take you out for steak.
Sounds good. All right, buddy.
All right. I can't wait. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
You got it.
So
The steak. The steak.
Steak of the century.
So, do you really know who Mike Starr is?
I think if I saw him, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Did you see me in Dumb and Dumber when I got punched?
Yeah.
He was the guy.
Oh, okay.
He's like a big guy. He's played a lot of mob guys.
Oh, I don't. I remember him faintly from the 1930s. I remember early. Mike Starr was a aficionado of the people that were. He was crucified against the very people that brought you HBO. He had a real. It was a bravado. It was this enriched bravado, and maybe this makes it more eloquent that I'm wearing a scarf. Cody has his own opinions of me, but no, it's like it's. I remember it's like herbal tribalism. It's like herbal condescent trees and ginseng root and people that were impoverished, people that were trying to find exactly what they wanted from life.
One time I hung out with Jeff Richards, who you're obviously not, and he said something that would sound like, excuse me, Daryl Hammond would say. There was a woman, she was kind of weird, that lived in, but attractive, and that lived in the Jamie Masada annex outside. And it sounds like something Daryl Hammond would say, I like her. She's very I like her in a primitive way.
It's almost like Perry Como, early Perry Como, when he had these giant ice cubes, these indulgent ice cubes. They were almost the entire glass was one ice cube, and he had this bravado and this like strange 1930s like Chicago like mafioso like this is before like Orange Julius had even come around. It was like the dirty 30s.
I like that he's this intellectual guy, but like a lot of mob references.
Well, I remember smoking Pall Mall cigarettes for the longest time until I saw a documentary on Ray Liotta in which he talked about the early 1920s having some sort of basic tribalism, this vibrating menudo type of thing,
I used to hang out with Daryl Hammond, the real one, till he said, I can't anymore. And he actually said something about Ray Liotta. Someone said, how he died? He goes, he died, I kept trying to do you during him, he died from hard living. But if that's the case, I'd be dead. That's what he said about Ray Liotta, Daryl Hammond.
Is that right?
Yeah, he goes, they say he died from hard living. But if that's the case, shouldn't I be dead?
Honestly, and I smoked a cigarette and I say, ne'er-do-well, and I mean ne'er-do-well. I remember I had a fit where I was very young and I wanted to be on game shows. So I had this thing of like, I would imagine myself on these different game shows and it would go on and on. I like that angle,
Cody. I like that close-in thing you did. But, and you also look a little like John Lovitz. You do. But that's why you...
Did I tell you my John Lovitz story?
Yes. Yes. Oh, God. Yes. Hi, John. I can't do John Lovitz. It's Norm. Here we are. We used to be on Saturday Night Live. Now we're in Des Moines. John Lovitz is sort of similar to your Daryl Hammond, where it's not really gay, but it's kind of intellectual and sort of gayish. There's prissy.
Yeah, there's soft parts to some of these guys, Like, I mean, Daryl, people don't really hear him talk like,
Yeah,
you don't really hear him like that version of him.
No, but again, my friend saw the documentary and she said, he's gay. I go, no. He once said, I miss being young, having sex in Manhattan outside in a rainstorm against a building. What are you talking about? Who does that? He goes, I miss, it's raining. You're outside having sex outside on a building.
Picture this, Central Park, just enough lubricant to get through the forest and navigate myself to my tent, which I had set up the day before. Unfortunately, I was robbed, so the stuff in the tent was gone. Anyway, I remember being like looking up at the moon and thinking, this is what did Galileo think when he saw the moon? Was it like this sort of like primordial, like, eternal cathartic, this sort of like Zimbabwe It's like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
It's tell it, Richard, she said. But yeah, he had always mused for the good old days, a wine in your hand, a champagne at the Ritz in Manhattan. You just took a woman to a room with
I
the
mean,
bread spread was spread, and that doesn't happen anymore.
you
Yeah.
couldn't possibly put any more Parmesan on the fettuccine Alfredo. Yet someone did, and it was very quite evident and very quite noticeable. I even myself had to go to the bathroom and threw up a couple times. New York is New York. It's the pavement that was there years ago is still there. It's this pavement, It's like the 1930s Chicago, Luther Vistrick, the John Corleone family, the people that were part of the
The
temple,
mobs.
the mob,
Always going back to the mobs.
the John DeRioso family, Frank Canienio's family, the Gallienio family, the Demio family, all these different families, and it all kind of revolved around salami. And whose salami was it? It was everybody's salami.
I never got in movies. Maybe this is a thing we could illustrate. Like they're so passionate, they push the things off the kitchen table and throw the girl up there. They push the vase off the flowers, and the pants aren't off. And you know what I'm saying? And I never did that. I never got that desire to like just push things aside. And
But that doesn't happen, Freddie. That does not happen.
yeah,
The only time someone's trying to throw things off of a desk is when they're reorganizing their office. The last thing someone wants to do is have papers all over the floor. I mean, it's like, it's no
Yeah.
good. It's no good.
no.
Yes.
Just poor Daryl. I mean, I shouldn't make jokes because
We're not making fun of him, though. We're just, he's
Yeah.
just a funny guy. That's
No,
how he talks. I think that's him talking is to me more. I mean, and he's a great impressionist, obviously, but I kind of like just talking to him, because he's got great stories.
he's so
and,
intense.
He's intense. He's seen it all. It's just is an interesting guy for sure.
Yeah, I gotta say, before him, after him was Leslie Jones, but they were the first ones to get on SNL. She got on when she was 50.
Yeah.
So him and her were kind of older ones. And talking seriously, it's not that serious. I saw the Pee Wee Herman documentary, and they showed Phil Hartman. He was like a really not studly like George Clooney, but like the part he played like a good, and he got on older himself. But when he was younger, he was like this debonair, like the part he played. I'm a good-looking anchor weatherman, and I didn't know they had a big fallout, him and Paul Rubens, where he was bad-mouthing him, Paul Rubens, after his arrest, saying he's a pervert, he's a degenerate, where he didn't get credit for founding Peebee's Playhouse and stuff like that. But yeah, that's so great. Cody, that's another thing that what you're doing now is maybe eventually I'll want to blow that up and hang it up. I like that thing where I'm imagining her spiraling because I didn't tip her good.
Cool.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
I'm gonna roast this poster behind you. It says "Real Eker." What's up, Real Eker? What are you, German?
What is Real Eker?
Real Eker. Your poster behind you.
It's Thrill Seeker, but I like.
All I can see is Real Eker. Are you having a good time? Why don't you tell your face?
Well, the face is drinking orange juice. What's up, Real Eker?
What's up, Real Eker? Well,
Yeah,
I must say I am not let down, but to not have a little bin to come in. I mean, it's really He must have a good reason.
Yeah, next time we won't have you on unless we have the other Ben on, so you don't have to go through this on your own again.
No, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. I'd like to join whenever possible.
Yes.
Yes. No. Maybe. I don't
It's,
know. Maybe.
So well, we can see that poster in better quality. Maybe I'll put up where. Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe I'll put up on Substack. The waitress, yes, the waitress's nightmares are absolutely hilarious, and it's just a great picture. That sometimes, yeah, as you see, I need something here. I got the toy box, I got Handy Manny, I got place room in the office for. I'm gonna blow up a Cody picture. I don't mean blow it up like with dynamite. I mean make it bigger and frame one of the. Got to figure out. There's so many great Cody pictures, but it's so good. Again, you may think I'm BSing, but I want to do this more than being in a movie or anything else going on. Just put these stories together little by little. I didn't know I wanted to do it till it came my way. People go, "What do you want? Can you roast a cat?"
Look at that cat. Look at that little patch of white on your chest. What are you happy to see me? You having a good time? Why don't you tell your face?
Why don't you tell your whiskers?
Why don't you tell your whiskers?
What are you wearing, a tuxedo?
I'm gonna roll out.
All right.
Good talking.
Thank you. It was great. You entertained Cody, which we need to do, and Flores. And Cody, you can't leave. Cody has to let you out, and maybe I'll sum it up to let Cody go to bed. It's Cody's. Now, Cody, you're very wholesome, right?
Yeah, keep it wholesome. It's the cat.
What the
wholesome.
craziest thing you do? Sometimes you stay up till 2 a.m, so you do.
That's not wholesome.
No, so you do some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I stay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm starting to pick it up, aren't I?
Yeah. No. Yes. I don't know. Maybe.
Flora says, "Bye, Jeff. I love your summer look."
Who's this?
Yeah.
Flora said that.
Oh, very
I
nice.
think she lives in either North Carolina or Arizona. I'm sure she won't confirm it there. And I'll, but
Hey, Joe's
is
back.
that Joe Biden back?
He's back. He's not in the. He's not there anymore. Where are you?
I heard what that was the ice cream truck, and I was walking. I just followed it. I don't know. I'm here. I don't know where. I'm lost, man. Come on.
I think he heard about the chocolate chip.
So you're not in the White House anymore. You're outside. Be careful. A hunter doesn't shoot you thinking you're a deer in headlights.
No, it's kind of ominous. I'm freaking out here, man. Come on. I got my meds. I got to take my meds. He's gonna.
Poor Joe. I mean, he's likable, but all the broke comedians did Weekend at Bernie jokes. You know who Jeff Richards reminds me of? He reminds me of that comedian. What's that guy? The guy who screams a lot and he's gay and he rants.
Fred Stoller?
Yes. Tim Dillon.
What?
You remind me of Tim Dillon, Jeff Richards. No, just kidding.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very, very kind.
Yeah. This woman, she had a manager. She fired him. She was pushing the agent saying, she's like a female Tim Dillon. She goes, I'm nothing like him. What are you talking about? He's an idiot. But you're doing good, Joe. I got to say, Jim Carrey, remember first they tried to have him as Biden on SNL, and it wasn't working till someone came up with the stammering and the saying words wrong to Joe Biden. Then it caught on. I think maybe Carvey was the first, I forgot, to do that version. But yeah, he's a deer in headlights.
Well, he's also like, particular versions of Top Ramen. In the 1930s, Top Ramen was developed for the airplane pilots who had to make long flights along the Atlantic. So Top Ramen for me is almost like a medley of life and exploration.
Huh?
Biden, it's so good to see you. I hope you don't just mind me calling you Biden. But I find it very fascinating to look at you and to know you and to be able to put something around you. I don't know what, maybe a hula hoop, something, something you put around you. It's like the 1930s in Chicago, Italian mafia, and all the people that made all the panini for the entire village of New York.
I'm going to say hot too.
If you want to put anything around me, just put like a dozen gallons of chocolate chip ice cream.
Listen, if I'm going to put gallons of something, it's not going to be ice cream. Okay, there, Daddy Warbucks. It's going to be something else, and it's going to be very weird. I remember the early 19 Aztecs. The early Tyrannosaurus Rex was one of the first dinosaurs found near the excavation sites in Bolivia and parts of New England.
You're scaring Joe. But Joe, you did a good job. You're 4 years, and did your best. I appreciate it.
4 years. 4 years.
Okay.
When did I do that?
All right, oh no, Chloe. You can't go on the tech table. Well, Wood is really busy at this concert. He usually chimes in, but
Oh yeah, does he have the link?
no, he's doing the lighting for a concert at the Greek Theater. So I guess
he's busy. All the rock and roll actually started in the 1940s, and some of these concerts that were coming through the Greek Theater and other franchises were taco killers, and no one would buy tacos, so they virtually went out of business. Taco almost went completely out of business. I know the guy, so I know what happened.
Joe, do you know who Daryl Hammond is? That's what he's doing.
Daryl, wasn't he the guy? The Office.
Yes. Oh God.
The guy, the warehouse guy.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a good.
Yes.
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 Well, here, seriously.
No. No. Maybe.
Well, I'm gonna. Do you need to wrap it up, Cody? It's near midnight for you. It's great work.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we did the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
And I love all of those drawings, except the one thing I'm not seeing is certainly not seeing represented in any of these drawings is the 1930s Chicago mafioso, all the men that were key marks, the John Griambio family, the merchant Vignani family, the Grogretta Ionio family. So many different families.
I see what makes this a great character is you don't have to know who Daryl Hammond is or what he sounds like just to go, this is a hysterical character.
Well, I appreciate your honesty and your blitzkrieg opportunistic values. What I don't find from many comedians is a good massage. We should massage each other. I don't know what's wrong with anyone. I don't know why I can't massage you. it reminds me of the 1930s and the early Chicago
you love
mafioso.
Chicago and the mob. It's just
You can massage me anytime. Listen,
Listen, Bidell, if I wanted to massage you, I'd come over there and do it myself. Okay, I'm attracted to finer things like fettuccine alfredo made with the finest cream. And no, you can't put enough Parmesan cheese on it. And people have tried.
We can have whatever you want. We can make it a date. You know, the fettuccine and the massage. What do the whatever. Come on.
You know, Biden, you're starting to look a little bit more like Tom Cruise, and I find that fascinating.
No, I said he looks like Steve Heitner from
Steve
Baggy
Heitner
from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yes. No.
Well, I'm seriously looking forward to Jeff. When's it coming out Tuesday? The new Jeff Ross and Cat Williams thing.
No, that was just a throwback. That's already out. You can watch that.
Oh, that's already out. Oh, right.
It's been. I was like from 2 years ago. As a throwback.
Oh, I always thought you were resistant to do Jeff Ross.
No, I was, but then, and I will again. But it's been hard to try to figure out like who to do next. I never can figure it out. So I'm not against doing it, and I do want to do the Glengarry Jeff Ross. That maybe I'll just do that and deep fake that.
Yeah, that's
because yeah.
No, okay. Then I didn't know there was a Jeff Ross already out, so I will find that link because I love that. I love just the way he talks so lethargically and
What's up,
hey
man?
kid, you're Jeffy. And
I'm on 375 milligrams.
I gotta stop.
I love the Fred interview. That was great.
Well, it didn't get good numbers, so.
But I thought it was a lot of good little moments in there.
I think it ended up doing about. Let's see what it got. It was kind of getting okay. I mean, I'm not getting a lot unless I have like a big guest. It doesn't really move the needle,
Right. I meant it's just. Very demented.
Oh, anyway, but you want to see it? Want me to see?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's only 9:00. Okay. 370.
It'll build.
Yeah, it'll build. It's just a funny. I like it because it's easy to watch. It's not like we're fighting. It was really fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like two of you getting along, two guys named Fred.
Well, it's sort of like this, where some people go, we like that it's mellow, just like Muzak.
Yeah, lo-fi.
I'm gonna figure out dinner. All right, let's all say good night.
Yes.
Thank you, Joe. Cody, you're great. I'm very excited at Mike Starr. We're going to do this. We're going to go to Ohio.
Yeah.
There's a song going back to Ohio. I think the Pretenders. Numbers Schmumbers. Yes. I went back to Ohio. I think it was the Pretenders. Chrissy Hind. And
that's cool.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad glad things are working out.
Yes. Can I just give my Instagram real quick?
Yes. Please.
Oh yeah.
It's just the Jeff Richards Instagram.
Right.
And you can watch our podcast if you go to Jeff Richards Show on YouTube. Yeah, man.
And Cody, we'll call him Wholesome Cody.
Wholesome Cody. So, yeah.
I can't have a better person. Well, you went to, what's it called? Homeschool, so your parents did it right. Your brother, I'm not so sure about. He's a troublemaker. He's a troublemaker.
Yeah, troublemaker.
But you're amazing.
Yeah, I could put Jeff Richards. Hey, Jeff, is this it?
What?
Is this your info?
Oh, he doesn't see it.
Oh, yeah,
he doesn't see the screen.
It. Yeah, I see it.
Linktree. Good night, Jeff Crone.
Good night, you guys.
Hey, thanks again, Jeff.
All you people, Flores,
Ben
Gary.
from West Virginia.
everyone.
Bye, everybody. It's
Bye,
been from West
everybody.
Virginia.
Kute
See
says,
you,
I got to
fam.
follow Jeff. Yes, you do, Kute.
Oh.
You're going to have your first follow from Turkey.
Oh wow.
when we
Great.
get you ready. And Joe, you follow him. I'm going to press leave, and we'll talk soon.
Alrighty.
You have a good night.
Sounds good, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Cody.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
See you, Joe.